year at $2 billion. Australia Post Managing Director Paul Graham says the move will allow a greater emphasis on parcel delivery.
People are telling us they're not that interested in their mail. What they're interested in is their parcels, and this will allow us to focus even more on improving our parcel delivery service.
Now turning to FIVEAA Sport.
Claim your free hotel voucher and perfect your summer today. Head to saweekendescapes.com.au.
Port Adelaide midfielder Willem Drew has signed a long-term deal, keeping him at the club till the end of 2028. Harley Reid has been cleared of serious injury after going down at West Coast pre-season training today. The countdown to Gather Round is underway. Tickets to the 2024 games will go on sale next Tuesday. Head coach CJ Bruton's time at the 36ers has come to an end after a disappointing start to the season. Current assistant coach Scott Ninnis taking over the reins for the rest of the season. And the Matildas have gone down to Canada in their friendly in Vancouver. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Stay cool. Service your aircon at Automasters. And keep cool with Cool Now, Pay Later options.
Afternoon at Holden Hill. Traffic lights out there. Tartan Road near Bentley Drive. Crash slowing things up at Prospect. Churchill Road near Gladstone Road. And Clovelly Park, a smash on South Road near Celtic Avenue with delays inbound. Got a lane out of action at the moment at Salisbury Park Terrace near Paternoster Road. Speed to 25 with camera Salisbury Highway, Dry Creek and Smart Road at St Agnes. The Volkswagen Amarok with 4-cylinder and V6 turbo diesel variants is the ute that answers the world's harshest of critics, you. Test drive it at your local Volkswagen dealer today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Now the FIVEAA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Mostly cloudy this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow, 33. Friday, a shower or two, also 33. Showers on Saturday, 21. Right now it's 28 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, record ramping. Patient delays continue to plague our hospitals. The online car sale that became a carjack ordeal for a local man. Kangaroo Island's remarkable bushfire recovery. We take you inside the rebuilt Southern Ocean Lodge. Major changes to Australia Post deliveries and how footy fans can get their gather round tickets. See the full story live on 9 News at 6 p.m. and on 9 Now.
The FIVEAA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
Beauty. Welcome to Wednesday. Thanks very much for your company. Rowey and Timmy G are here. We're on the Foodland live stream, Facebook and YouTube. You can be interactive on 822 300 00 on the unique Homestyle Foods text line 0448 08 13 95. Welcome, Stephen, to Wednesday.
Yeah, they call that stupid name. What's it, Hump Day?
Hump Day, they do. Yeah,
hey, welcome to our valued clients and sponsors for our Christmas drinks. They're all next door having fun. I did notice walking in here, they've turned us off.
Yeah, yes. And
so they didn't get the shout out at all.
Well, for the best.
Yeah. So ours in Foodland, Unique Homestyle Foods, they're all out there, which is just great, Barrows.
Oh, they'll be celebrating, and with plenty of what I call Christmas spirit in the air.
Yes.
All of our clients enjoying that. Unfortunately...
Why didn't I get an invite?
You have.
I'm a client.
You've got to wait, though.
Okay.
You've got to wait
cool.
until I say the 5 o'clock news is on, then you can go out.
Now, some big sport news today.
There's Christmas spirit in there here, but there's no Christmas spirit at the 36ers, unfortunately, for CJ Bruton. So they put out a club statement this morning declaring that his job is no longer.
Yeah, the Adelaide 36ers decided to part ways with head coach CJ Bruton. It was a mutual agreement, career win-loss of 27-40 from 67 games. This year, 4 wins, Timmy, 9 losses. Mm-hmm. They've lost the first half of the last 12. The last 2 wins away weren't the best. Hey, one of the greats of the NBL, on and off the court, you would not meet a nicer man, gentleman,
and it's always sad
when
a coach gets clipped anywhere.
Of course it is.
It's always horrible.
It's a human element of it. The 36ers backed him in. They resourced him. They've been patient with him and supportive. as hard as it is, I think it's the right call.
Yeah, well, we're going to have the assistant coach, Scott Ninnis, who's come in this year. He's going to be the interim head coach for the rest of this season. They won't appoint anybody in between, which I think's a good move. Too unsettling already.
Yeah.
You don't want to make it more unsettling with a third coach in the one season. So I think that's a good move. Probably down the track, I'd like to get either the CEO or the owner or somebody on just to talk about perhaps where they can improve. Yeah. And we know that the coach was asked to improve. That couldn't occur, so they've parted ways. But I think the club has to improve. And one of the areas that just off the top of my head, and I'll ask Scotty Ninnis how he sees it, is just it doesn't seem like they've got that import right, or the system of the import. And it seems like
this is the recruitment of it, or
the recruitment of it.
And if you went through the last 5,
because they've whacked a few.
But it wasn't all on the 36s. Some of them have just upped and left.
Yeah, I think sometimes you
got to get that right.
You got to get that. I think also just being able to get more information before committing.
Yeah, and I think you'll find the coach is the one that attracts signs and gets them on board as well. So, but look, you might be right. We'll do all of that with Scotty Ness. But they've got a game on Saturday. It's at Adelaide Entertainment Centre. We'll pack the joint. I will be there. 7:30 tip off. You watch them come out all guns blazing.
Well, yeah.
Come on, you
look,
Sixers.
We want them to have a win at home and,
they will.
And start turning that ship around, which is terrific. Hey, some Christmas spirit down at Albion, let me tell you. Contracts are flowing. We had Zach Butters, of course, and now Willem Drew. A 5-year deal. He is absolutely pumped.
Yeah, first of all, absolutely pumped with the deal and really grateful for the club that they've sort of put that faith in me and being able to sign up for an extra 4 years. So really just over the moon and I didn't think about going anywhere else or anything like that. Just the amount of work that the club's put into me over the years and I'm just super excited.
We'll talk to Willem after 5, which will be great. I he's a bit of a favourite of mine.
Oh,
he
why
plays
not?
He plays that unassuming role that you love in a team, and he'll sacrifice himself for the team, and you need those guys, and he is just probably the 1% king.
He is, and I was going to word it like this. Any finals team, grand final team, successful team, over duration, you have to be a sum of all the parts. He's a big sum of a part. He makes others walk taller. He gets them to play better. And I talk of the 3 big ones, Zach Butters, Connor Rosie's probably next, and Horn Francis. He lets them start. He's a cobbler that just cobbles.
Yeah, great call.
He's the cobbler. Just let the cobblers cobble.
You know who, probably not as quick, but the role, similar to what Shane Edwards did for Richmond.
It is nearly identical.
Isn't it? Total sacrifice.
And let him go inside 50 or don't pick him up, he'll hurt you.
They can hurt you.
They'll hurt you. That is a really good analogy, that one.
Tanky.
Like it.
Now,
hey, when are they signing Connor Rosie?
Well, I was just about to say,
on
I
the
reckon
12th day of Christmas, my true love said to me,
I reckon
sign Connor Rosie. Hey?
Best song ever. Well done.
Sure.
You were starting to become a songwriter.
Well, your influence is on me. You should be telling me not to sing.
No, I'm enjoying
He's next.
It opens the door.
Timmy, he's next.
I reckon we'll see somebody else as well. I think there's probably another signing in the wind as well. But I reckon definitely Connor Rosie.
Don't throw that out with a lure and a little...
That's what you got to do
Give
in
me
this
his
show,
number.
mate.
Give me his number.
Teasing it for next week.
Okay?
Okay?
Are you? There's one coming.
Yeah, I reckon.
Before Rosie.
Before Rosie.
And then Rosie just before Christmas.
Yeah. That's my prediction.
You little tease.
On the Adelaide front, Chris Burgess, he's back in town. He's excited. He's been training and excited to be back at West Lakes.
Yeah, it was fun to kick the goals in the VFL, but ultimately I want to be playing AFL. I don't want to be stuck in the VFL. Yeah, just didn't get an opportunity, I guess, or didn't get my chance to show what I could do in the AFL level, and hopefully I get that opportunity here and get to show what I can do.
And he just turned 28?
No, he'll be fine. He can play both ends. You don't want to say he's there for depth. Their football director said that. I think he's a bit better than that.
Because you don't want to put limitations on anyone.
No. The kid can play. He's coming home. I saw a photo on socials of him as a little kid in a little knitted woolen Crows jumper.
Oh.
So he's coming home. Well done.
Did they have a collar?
Have we got him on? Chris,
Yeah,
we have. I look forward to that.
So we got Willem on, we got Chris Burgess on.
Oh, big show.
Haven't got this bloke yet, but he's back in town. Travis Head is back in town. He is the hero. Here he is, thanks to 7 News.
Yeah, I played really well. Probably played the best I've ever played. So to piece it together, I guess, in a semi-final and final was nice when I didn't know if I was going to contribute at all at stages throughout the World Cup. Talked about it a little bit. I probably threw myself under a bus a little bit with a few of the photos I posted throughout the couple of days after. But look, you got to celebrate it the right way. I think we did that. There was a few standouts off the field as well.
There you go. And we were talking about having a beer with somebody, and I think Travis is that guy that you'd love to have a beer with.
Cannot wait. Look, we're interactive, 8223 lines available. Just quickly, a text has just jumped to the left of me on the big screen. CJ, yet another 5AA regular, jinxed by Rowe. Oh, really?
That's unfair, isn't it?
Really?
The breakfast team started it. Now it's creeping up into us.
What in God's name have I done?
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
I worry myself. After the break, Scotty Nez.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. The 2023 FIVEAA Variety Radiothon proudly raising much-needed funds for Variety, the children's charity. A wonderful supporter of this year's Radiothon was NRG Solar, South Australia's trusted provider of tailored solar solutions for home and business. Give the team at NRG Solar a call today to discuss your solar and battery needs. Thank you, NRG Solar, for your support of this year's FIVEAA Radiothon, raising funds for Variety, the children's charity.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews. The Lynn Andrews team have seen a lot of change in real estate over the past 50 years, but one thing remains unchanged: our passion to help people invest in their future, to build strong property portfolios in either the residential or the commercial sectors. Our commitment to property investment over the years means we have a wealth of knowledge to share. We're here to help you. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
When you turn off the freeway to Bridgewater, you'll discover the home of Nissan in the Hills, Adelaide Hills Nissan. Come and discover unbeatable offers on Navara. Adelaide Hills Nissan has the pick of the crop with a huge range of models available for immediate delivery. They'll throw in $2,000 worth of genuine Nissan accessories and finance available at a great rate. Some T's and C's apply, and this offer is limited. Take the road less travelled to Adelaide Hills Nissan. Mount Barker Road, Bridgewater, LVD 325189.
Now you can feel it building. Summer is coming. South Australian summers can be brutal. And you can always assume that an absolute scorcher might be just around the corner. So this is a reminder to check out the deals at Costa Air. You did it.
No, Timmy, I'm living and breathing it, as I do with our sponsors. I love them. Costa Air's consultants and installers, they're weather nerds. They have to, because air conditioning is their business. I rung. Michael zipped down, I think, the next day. I've got a container we're decking out. I said, I need a split system reverse cycle in there. He said, you need 1.5 kilowatt. Put this here, do that there. That'll be 1.5.
That's the experience.
Oh, my God.
You can't buy it.
It was half hour. We had a coffee. We talked about you more than anything.
Oh, good news.
Because he loves you. He gets a sale
we
from
had
me.
lunch with him, remember?
And I've got a Costa Air.
There you go.
Proud
Well
to
played.
have a
Well
Costa
done.
Air.
So if anybody out there buying a new air conditioning system or switching to a more efficient system, Costa Air's consultants and installers can show you how easy it is. Now join hundreds of Adelaide households and discover how your cooling bills will cost a lot less.
And it
See
has.
what I did there?
And
Cost
it
a lot
has.
less.
Yeah, well, that is clever. Don't wait until the hot weather, which I didn't do. Ring them now, which I did. You get in now, you might get in before Christmas. Don't swelter. Speak to Costa Air. Ask for Michael. Just go straight to the top.
Straight to the top.
CostaAir.com.au.
This is RB Day for Supercraft Bedding with Tales of Christmas. Christmas Eve. Could there be a more important night to get a good sleep? When unexpected rallies and ring-ins rock up to the family's Christmas resort, and I mean your place, are you bedding ready? Supercraft Bedding have a large range of spare beds, from compactable bedding, foldaways and wall beds to spare room ensembles. It's a big, big day. We're all going to need a good night's rest. Supercraft Bedding, building better spare beds. 42 Richmond Road, Keswick.
Now, let's see what's in the swear jar at Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens. Oh, wrong swear jar. This is it. From Martin the Tiler, affectionately known as Millimetre Martin. He swears you'll love his millimetre-perfect craftsmanship. And here's one from Rick the Plumber. Rick swears to always clean up after himself, guaranteed. For a team that swears to deliver on quality and service, see By Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, Adelaide's home renovation experts.
I ate half this ham on the bus.
Then the other half is all for us.
Oh.
Aldi's half-leg Aussie ham is just $7.99 per kilo. Go big on the little things with Aldi. Good, different.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Yes, I tell you what, we're just moments away from interviewing the new interim head coach of the 36ers, Scotty Ninnis. But before that, let's check your traffic and visit the Paradise Hotel and experience the incredible all-you-can-eat salad and veggie bar. But book now.
Afternoon, traffic lights on the blink today at Holden Hill. That's Tartan Road near Bentley Drive. Crash at Prospect, slowing things up at the moment. Churchill Road near Gladstone Road. Busy for works at Salisbury. Park Terrace near Paternoster Row. Angle Lane closed at Torrensville South Road near Ashbourne Parade, just near the Brickworks. Cameras, Harris Road, Vale Park and Kesters Road at Para Hills West. More roaring action for less at Big W. Little Monster Trucks fans will love to unwrap Monster Jam on Christmas Day. 4 trucks for only $20. Save 5. Get more for less at Big W. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
If you're a driver, listen up. ASIT Transport Solutions need more drivers for a career that'll take you places. Speak to ASIT Transport Solutions.
Well, the 36ers sit 9th with 4 wins. It's been a slow start to their season, so the club's hierarchy have moved on. NBL legend CJ Bruton, the interim coach, is a 36ers Hall of Fame inductee. I was there that night. His name is Scotty Ninnis. Scotty, welcome.
Good afternoon, boys. How are we going?
Firstly, how's CJ? Did he see this coming?
Oh, look, I think any time you get into these gigs, you know that this is possibly the end result. I mean, you know, we're all judged on wins and losses, as you know. Whether you see it coming, I'm not so sure. But I spoke to him this morning after everything had went down, and you know, he was in a good a place as he can be, I suppose. But it's you know, I mean, from my point of view, my first thoughts go out to him because, you know, one man ends up taking the fall for something that's collective. You know, we have, you know, everyone that's involved in this team, from our playing group to our, you know, coaching group, our support staff. You know, we all bear some sort of responsibility for the position we're in now. So it's unfortunate that it falls on one man, but. I do. I feel sorry for CJ at the moment because I've been in that position myself before, and it's never nice.
Yeah. It appears from afar to be a bit of a circuit breaker. So how did the team receive the news?
Yeah, look, it's, you know, everyone was called this morning, and it's been a fairly hectic day, as you could probably imagine. I haven't had an opportunity to meet with all the players individually as of yet. We'll get the group together in the morning before training, and you know, the ownership group will speak to them, and then I'll speak to them about things moving forward as far as what I see. But the other thing is too, we have 3 days before we play our next game, so we don't have a lot of time to change a lot of stuff. I mean, I've got some ideas in my head that I'll implement tomorrow, so that I think can make positive change. But look, I mean, you know, everyone can say the right things at the moment. The proof's going to be in the pudding if you know, if we start getting the right results.
Hey, Scotty, I was talking to Rowey prior to getting you on, and I was saying maybe the club too just has a look at all of its operations, and one of the areas I was sort of probably questioning is how we go about getting imports, and do we get enough time and enough homework done on them, because we've had a few issues in getting, you know, a successful tilt at that.
Absolutely. Look, it is inexact science. You know, but you're now sort of talking about going over, for probably the better part of 15 years, and we've had a lot of unsuccessful attempts at it. I know I've been down that road myself, and you can do your due diligence, and until you get people here, see how they adjust to another country and fit into the system. I mean, you sort of probably go back, to those. Those championship years,
Darnell Mee and the
with
likes.
the names of Darnell Mee and Kevin Brooks and Willie Farley after him, that we've had those real impact players, and we obviously didn't get it right at the start of this year, with Jamal Franklin and it has been a problem for the club, and it's difficult, and it's not through lack of spend. I mean, Grant Kelly has done an incredible job with the resources he's provided for this club. But right now, we have Jacob Wiley, we have Trey Kell. I guess when you look at bringing in DJ Vasilovic, for us, that was probably the equivalent of bringing in that third import. So we know we've got guys that can play. We just need to find a way of getting everyone on the same page very, very quickly, and all playing well at the same time.
So, Scotty, that is in your hands now, and I love the decision to not go and appoint anybody for the rest of this year. I think that's a really sensible thing to do on behalf of the club, because 3 coaches in the one season, I think, would be just way too much unsettling, and gives you an opportunity to try and do some of the things that you're talking about and perhaps get that implemented.
Absolutely, and look, I said this to someone today. Like, I'm in a very different headspace to my last go around with this. I mean, I'm not the young aspiring coach now. Like, I'm. I bleed 36 of colours. It's been 25 years of my life. I'd like to think that I have a good understanding of the game and know how I can bring a group together. And I'm very confident in my own ability to do that. But
you can't buy experience, Scotty, can you? You've been there, done that.
That's what all us old buggers say, you know that. So, but yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great that now myself and the club, we get to see what we can do over these last 15 odd games. And look, no one's underestimating that. We're in a hole right now, and our performances have not been up to scratch. There's no point in dancing around that subject. We just haven't been good enough, and it's unacceptable. So but we still have an opportunity. This has been such an even year in the NBL, and we've seen that with Perth. 6 games ago, Perth looked like they were cooked, and John Riley was going to get his marching orders, and they haven't lost since. So it's things can be turned around quickly. We just got to get everyone on the same page really, really quickly, and I'm confident we'll be able to do that.
Well, you talked about immediate positive change. Will you keep the starting 5? The rotations off the bench has been a criticism. You want to bench the bat deep, but, you're flipping around like there's no tomorrow. And how are you going to fix the start, Scotty? Because I'll be there Saturday night. I want to see a quick start.
Yeah, absolutely. I will shorten the rotation. I don't play 12 players, and if there's 3 or 4 guys that don't like that, well, that's just the way it's going to be. We need to invest. Get a core group of guys. An 8 or 9 rotation, and make sure that those guys, get the opportunity to play and play through mistakes at times, if you like, and certainly when you look at people like Trenton Flowers and Nick Marshall and some of these younger guys, I'm certainly going to invest in them. I mean, we have to look, long term, even though, I'm not signed for next year, but, I've always had the club's best interest at heart, and a Nick Marshall for us is a guy that I hope playing for the 36ers in 10 years' time, like I did, like Brett Maher did, and like the Mike Mackay's and these guys. We need to invest in these local Adelaide kids. So certainly I'll be shortening the rotation. And we will definitely change the starting lineup. Probably not significantly, but you'll certainly see change on Saturday night.
Fantastic. Look forward to it. All the best, Scotty, and give our best to CJ as well. What a lovely man. Thanks for your time.
No, anytime, boys.
Well
Cheers,
done,
Scotty.
Scotty Ninnis there. He is a 36ers legend. They take on the Cairns Taipans. It is at home. Tip-off is 7:30, and I will be there. Go, you Sixers.
So will ASET Transport Solutions, but they need more drivers for a career that'll take you places. Speak to ASET Transport Solutions.
Now, we've got Adelaide Crow's new recruit, Chris Burgess, after
Yes.
the break. We've got your calls. We are interactive, 82230000. I'm just going to go through these slowly.
Okay.
2 by Adelaide Strikers v Brisbane Heat tickets.
Ooh.
That's in the 5AA
Nice.
locker. That's everything. That's the Ducks.
That's a great lounge.
Game 1.
Best
a family pass to Adelaide 36ers at Cairns Taipans. We just said that.
What a
family
game.
pass, and we will
We'll win.
Generally, that's what happens.
Correct.
I hope we do. And thanks to Frederick Street's finest, we've got a hamper to give away. All of them, no talent required. Just listen and get the cue to call. Time now for the 5AA News.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. 5AA Breakfast.
All this stuff about how the AFP is doing a great job helping monitor the 6 weirdos and perverts that now call South Australia home as a result of this High Court ruling.
Informing Adelaide.
Hugely questionable the level of support that the AFP is giving in terms of actual grunt work. Apparently the whole thing's just been dumped in SAPOL's lap.
So they've handed them the manila folder of priors and said, here's who you're looking after now.
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA.
Hi, I'm Tim Angove from Supercraft Bedding. We're a small batch manufacturer of high quality mattresses, direct to public sales, but also commercial sales for government departments and defence use. We're more of a specialist manufacturer of mattresses. We decided to advertise on 5AA because they've got a very empowered and engaged audience, and we very much wanted to connect to that as our target market. The results were great and pretty much immediate. We realised people mentioning our ads, which was fun. It was a really funny ad that we had on at the time, and people loved to hear it and loved to have a chat and a joke about it when they came into the store.
To get your message out there and grow your business, visit 5AA.com.au and hit the Advertise With Us link for more information.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. Ramping at our public hospitals is back in the spotlight. Last month was SA's worst ever, with 4,285 hours spent ramping. The federal government concedes the economy is going through more challenging times as growth slows to just 0.2% for the 3 months to September. A man has been arrested in the US over links to a deadly shooting in Queensland last year. And in sport, a loss for the Matildas, going down to Canada 1-0 in today's friendly. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Stay cool. Service your aircon at Automasters. And keep cool with Cool Now, Pay Later options.
Crash to look out for at Golden Grove. It's on the Golden Way near the Grove Way, causing delays. Lights on the blink at Holden Hill, Tartan Road near Bentley Drive, and Prospect got a crash, Churchill Road near Gladstone Road. Lane closed at the moment at Torrens Hill, slow there, South Road near Ashwin Parade with cameras, Grand Junction Road, Hope Valley, and Kester's Road at Parahills West. This Christmas, it's a celebration of Audi with 12 exciting offers across a range of models at your Audi dealer until December 24. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
5AA weather, partly cloudy tonight down to 16, partly cloudy tomorrow 31. Right now it's 28. We'll have more news at 5 and as it happens on 5AA.
Gift cheaper this Christmas with Cheapest Chips gift guide.
Cheapest Chips.
Dive into holidays with 30% off all pools. Watch festive films on a 43-inch Blaupunkt TV, only $299. Save $200. Gift your garden with 25-litre potting mix, 3 for just $14. Score a Robo vacuum with mop, only $249.97. And don't miss our huge Tons of Toys sale. Live cheaper and gift cheaper this Christmas at Cheapest Chips, in-store and online.
I've got an Ineos Grenadier here, one of the new cars on the market that are very, very special.
Very impressive.
It's the SUV brand that few people knew about. And now it's one of the, you can't stop talking about it.
Correct.
We had it land on our desk today, colour brochure of it. Oh my God, of course, I'm talking about the Ineos Grenadier. the Ineos Grenadier. Remember that name?
Yeah.
Remember that name. The premium old-school off-roader with slick modern tech.
Correct. If you haven't gone to the website and built your own, well, you got to do that. But make sure you go to Adelaide Hills Motor Group. They're on Glen Osmond Road. Now, they have display models in stock, and nothing, my friend, beats getting behind the wheel.
Well, here's the thing. The Grenadier
Breaking
is built
a windscreen.
Like
Look, it's not sexy.
That was a great
You're
little...
just all over yourself.
I've just broken an Ineos Grenadier windscreen, just replasted it and done it. The Grenadier is built like a brick house.
Ah, yes.
A Besser brick house. Oh, my God. It's covered in mounting points for all your gear. Has heaps of cargo area. And look, I'll be honest, I love the idea of the overhead button bank. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google them. Ineos Grenadier.
Good point, because we're actually going to check these out next week.
Well, get out the Adelaide Hills Motor Group. That's what you
now,
need
the
to
top
do.
of the range Ineos Grenadier, you'll also find premium used SUVs, 4x4s and 7-seaters and more. But do yourself a favour and test drive the Ineos Grenadier at Adelaide Hills Motor Group. They're at Glen Osmond Road, Fullerton.
Breaking a windscreen, look, it's not sexy, it's unexciting and simply not fun. Can also be costly. At Complete Windscreens, we get it. All you want is same-day service at the best price and quality guaranteed. For near 50 years, this SA-owned and operated autoglass company has serviced your needs. Whether it's tinting, chip repair, calibration, supply and fit or glass cutting, we are there for you. 220 Main North Road Prospect, the big red koala out the front, completewindscreens.com.au.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Yes, just enjoying the Christmas spirit that's upon us. Our fantastic 5AA clients out there enjoying a drink and a nibble and a chat. We'll have to check on them afterwards, Rowey. We've got a show to do, haven't we?
Well, we do. The Crows receive pick 14 and SA utility Chris Burgess in exchange for picks 23 and 26. Now, that was in the trade week.
Correct.
Chris is a versatile key position player from the Suns. He joins us now. Burjo, thanks for your time. Well done. Welcome home.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me.
How long has this been in the cards? How long have they been India?
Well, last year before I signed my deal with the year before, before I signed my deal with the Suns, the Crows were a little bit interested, and then obviously played some good footy in the VFL last year, and the opportunity came up to move back home, and yeah, I took it.
You won the flag, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We won the VFL flag, yes.
Great. What's that competition like?
Yeah, the VFL's really strong competition, pretty similar to the Samful.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot more teams in the VFL, so you only verse every team once, which is a bit different.
Now, you left a defender, but you're going to return a forward. What's your better position?
It's a good question. At the moment, forward's probably my position. Being able to play that the last 2 years in VFL and have had some good success. So at the moment, I'm a bit more comfortable as a forward, but yeah, open to playing in defence if need be.
Hey, Chris, since you left West Adelaide, how do you think you've improved coming back now to Adelaide?
Yeah, obviously put a bit of size on from when I played at Westies. I reckon I was about 85 kilos dripping wet.
Yeah.
Definitely a bit bigger now. Just worked on my marking craft, a lot fitter. Definitely my marking side of the game's definitely improved from West Adelaide, and then just keep working on all that craft type thing, and goal kicking's also a standout for me.
Good. Excellent. And what was the Gold Coast experience like for you?
Yeah, the club were amazing. Spent 5 years there, and couldn't complain. The boys were amazing, and the coaches were just as good. And it's a great place to live and play football.
Is it? I know I'm talking about probably the earlier days, but some people said the Gold Coast itself is a bit of a challenge as far as the intensity of a football town, like Adelaide.
What do you mean by a challenge, though?
In that nobody really talks footy.
Footy's not huge up in the Gold Coast. Definitely growing. Queensland junior footy and footy in general is definitely growing, which is really positive for Queensland. But SA it's not at the forefront of everyone's mind. SA, everyone's footy footy central, and everyone has a team that they barrack for, which is a bit dissimilar to Gold Coast.
What have the coaches told you they want you to play?
They're open with either end at the moment, so training as a forward for the first 3 weeks before Christmas break, and then when we come back, I'll jump down in defence and learn that position as well. So at the moment, it's your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. Who's impressed you early days on the track?
Franks has been flying around as usual. Barry's been really good. Just everyone's been training really well. Like the intensity at training's been up there, and boys are in red hot form at the moment.
Yeah. Well, the other Burjo is your fitness boss. He tends to like to flog the gizzards out of you guys. Are there any parallels between the two clubs? Do you think this group is tight? Give us some analogies. Do you think they work hard? They got each other's back, the connection, all that sort of stuff, Chris?
Yeah, like the boys are really fit, as you can see from pretty much everyone ran a PB in the testing. Burjo's had us doing a lot of running outside of pre-season, so we're doing some sessions down at Karen Rolton. But we've got a lot of running in early on, and now we're just mainly focusing on footy, focusing on that contested footy, and then just all the skills around that. So we're getting most of our running in the footy drills, which is really nice. Excellent. And then topping up with a little bit of running at the end of training.
Did you run a PB, Burjo?
Well, I've never done the 1K before, so
it's a PB.
I think this was my PB, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Congratulations.
So it's meant to be 5 1K time trials, and you did, 2 or 3 in the end, did you?
No, it was meant to be 4, but then we ran the first one, and we got given... Well, Burjo said if you run a PB in the second one, then you don't have to do the third and fourth one.
Oh,
so
well, that doesn't count, Burjo. You got to do all 4.
Nah. Well,
you're fudging the numbers. PB. You guys are fudging the numbers. So who are the 3 peanuts that didn't get their PB? Don't answer that, Burjo.
Don't answer. I wouldn't have a clue anyway.
And they're not peanuts. They were injured. They're great. They're stars, and I love the club.
Take that back.
Hey, were you a Crow as a young lad? I see on socials there was a hand-knitted Crows jumper that you were wearing as a 4-year-old?
Yeah, I was a Crow supporter as a kid. We had season tickets when I was younger, so went out to most of the home games and, supported the Crows for most of my childhood.
Who was your favourite player coming through?
I really liked Andrew McLeod, as probably most young Adelaide people did.
Good stuff. What do you do outside of the game?
Not a whole lot. I've got a dog, partner, so just pretty much hang out with them. Back on Gold Coast, we did fair few renos to our house, so that kept me busy. Other than that, not really into golf, so I haven't got into that yet.
What about surfing? I noticed you didn't come back with blonde tips in your hair.
Nah, I'm not a surfer. I don't seem to go out in the ocean where all the sharks are, so I try and stick out of there as much as I can.
Well, hang on. You're not a surfer. You're not a golfer. Most Crows are either. So what's your third thing?
Fisherman.
Hang on. Have you been out with Nettie?
Out with Nettie with what, sorry?
Fishing.
Oh, fishing. Oh, I could get into fishing. I don't mind fishing.
There you go.
I might have to ask Nettie to let me out on his boat.
Oh, he's a bit tight with that. Take your shoes off, and you got to buy your own cockles. Yeah, be careful.
Oh, dear.
Burjo, great to have you back, mate. Either end of the ground, you'll be superb. I know you're thrilled to be home. Thanks for your time.
No, awesome. Thank you.
Good luck, mate. Good luck.
Yeah,
I watched him come through at Westies and really liked the look of him, and I wasn't surprised when he got picked up.
Yeah, kid can play.
Oh, hello. What? We got a warning. Oh, breaking news.
If you're on the Foodland live stream, that's a bit of A4 paper. Fresh off the press, would you call it?
Yep, it is. It's hot.
Crows Theberton facility update.
Okay.
Agreement has been reached on revised positioning of an oval that the Adelaide Footy Club proposed training, admin and community facility at Theberton.
Right. What is that agreement?
The new arrangement preserves 9 of the 10 substantial trees, in capital letters there, 9 of the 10 substantial trees initially proposed for removal near the rotunda.
Okay.
There will now be 5 smaller trees impacted on the northern side of the training facility.
Okay.
They're comfortable with the Department of Infrastructure and Transport, the negotiation with that. The only rubber stamp they need now is from
Where?
the 5031 Action Group. And if I was a betting man, they will chain themselves or glue themselves to that lone salmon gum that'll be sitting there before it gets
Now, this is
with a Husqvarna or maybe a steel shop chainsaw.
This is a significant change, though, isn't it?
Significant.
Well, 9 to from.
Yeah, but
well, it's going to be all of them.
They're not getting an MCG size second deck. This ground's now going to be compromised, shoved into the back pocket, and there's going to be,
I'm speaking on
compromise
behalf
after
of the bloke who wrote that song the other night.
Who?
I can't remember his name, but what I'm saying is that they would be happy with this, surely.
But what about the 10th tree? So the other 9 are more important than the 10th.
Yeah.
5031 won't be happy with this.
Well,
if you are from the
sounds like a
5031
good
Action Group,
compromise.
not the dude that sung that song,
No, it
because that was
sounds like a good
embarrassing.
compromise
No, not
to
him.
me.
Don't ever ring. Don't want him ever
I've
ring.
noticed you've started into song lately because of that.
Well,
you did another
who's
one the
worse,
night.
him or me?
Actually, you
Did
were
you
pretty.
hear the Bricky
I like
team?
the one you
Oh,
did.
God,
the one you
Kev,
opened
I
with
love
was
him.
good.
That's okay. Anybody from the 5031 Action Group, this is a safe haven here. You don't even have to talk to me.
No ukuleles?
Ring 8223 0088. Don't pay out my club. You're
not.
paying out the 5031 man.
He's the man who played the ukulele.
If he wants to come on,
sing another song.
Look, we're interactive. Everyone can come on.
So he can sing and I can't.
Correct. No. I want someone from the 5031 Action Group
to tell you if they're happy
pick
with
up
that.
the blood and bone, show a set of you-know-whats, and come on and debate whether this is good enough. One tree's going to go.
Won't they be doing that with the Adelaide Crows?
No, they've done the deal with the infrastructure and transport from the department. 5031, surely they'll have to... They said 10 trees or the deal's off. Well, it's 9.
Okay. Well, I know it's a public consultation stage, so they'll have to
On the
be
18th
able to
is
feedback.
the last one.
Okay.
Someone from 5031, oh, God, I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, that Husqvarna, you know what? I hope the club allows me...
No.
What?
No, you won't be...
I took down
you
a tree.
won't be
took a tree down the other day,
Don't
complete
be
windscreens.
Do not be destructive. know what
I
you're
hope
don't
they
be
ask
destructive.
me to Husqvarna down that tree.
No, they won't.
Husqvarna head. Now,
All
what are
right.
we doing now?
All righty, we've got...
the great sporting feuds and rivalries.
This came off the back of our conversation yesterday because Mitch Johnson upset with Dave Warner. Dave Warner
Hate each other.
saw the article today, apparently sent him quite a personal text message, and he's been sitting on this and brewing on that, so he's exploded in the article.
Hey.
And it's a sporting feud, and we were speaking about Ian Chappell and Ian Botham. They've had a 45-year feud that just keeps going because it didn't
Hate
get
each
solved
other.
this year, that's for sure.
Timmy, thanks to Channel 9, they hate each other.
What glass did I threaten you with? That's just complete
Once a liar, always a liar, mate.
I know. You're doing a pretty good job. Your own brother had to pull you off at one stage.
Sorry?
At Sydney, cricket ground. Your brother told you to get back in the slips.
I wasn't fielding in the slips.
Well, wherever he told you to clear off wherever.
No, he didn't. So it was fine for you to swear at me in Adelaide, but not for me to swear at you in Sydney. That was fine.
That's you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Oh, hate. Ian Chappell went on to call him a coward on 9,
They
and
didn't
then he
solve
got up
that,
and
did
walked
they?
out. No, that'll never be solved. So 8223 0000, great sporting feuds and or rivalries. Reminds me of this one, Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali.
Oh, no.
So the brothers are here. This too? No. Take down quick, Joe.
Well, we're having a scene, as you can see, and it's hard to tell whether it's clowning or for real between the two fighters.
They fought each other 3 times. The Rumble in the Jungle, the Fight of the Century.
And about 5 or 6 times off field.
Oh,
it
God.
was there
But
was
their
no love
trash
there.
talk was great.
Yeah, look, Ali was very. But what Ali didn't realise he was doing though, he's so quick and so clever.
Oh, he was witty.
That he actually upset Joe because Joe didn't have that ability to come
No,
back quickly.
no.
So Joe would get upset and offended by the comments, and all he could do was fight. So he wanted to fight straight away, whether it be in the pre-match or not.
Here's another one. Tonya Harding, figure skater.
Yeah, yes.
Nancy Kerrigan, figure skater. Nancy Kerrigan was coming up as a young grape. Tonya Harding didn't want to train hard. She got someone to get a bit of 4x2 and break her neck.
for a time, you thought, we're going to get away with this.
Well, sure, I wouldn't have done it.
And you had no problem knowing that you could be taking her out of the Olympics.
I had no problem until I saw the effect of it.
And then what did that do to you?
I felt guilty.
Yeah, broke a leg.
Oh, nasty.
Feuds, rivalries.
They made a movie of that,
They
Tonya.
did. Great sporting rivalries. Mine's Northern Port. There's no bigger rivalry. Over 150 years.
It's great sporting rivalry, but not a feud. We're talking feud here, where they get upset at one another. I'll tell you another one.
Well, here we go.
On the national stage too, international stage. You may remember the middle distance runners, Mary Decker for the United States and a young Zola Budd from South Africa. And that turned into a nasty event at the 1984, I think it was, Los Angeles Games, where Mary Decker, she can say what she liked. She tried to trip Zola Budd. And Zola Budd was a barefoot runner.
Yes.
And it ended in Mary tipping arm over turkey.
There's a feud.
And, feud, she still blames Zola today. And Zola says, please, give me strength.
Sporting feuds, 82230000. God, have we got some prizes to give away? Let's check our local traffic. Visit the Paradise Hotel. Experience their, incredible all-you-can-eat salad and veggie bar. Book now.
Crash today to look out for Golden Grove. It's on the Golden Way near the Grove Way. Holden Hill, traffic lights on the blink there. Tartan Road near Bentley Drive. And Prospect, another collision. Churchill Road near Gladstone Road. Got lane closed at Salisbury at the moment, so she's pretty slow going there. Park Terrace near Paternoster Road, speeds at 25. And got a camera at Ryan's Road at Parafield Gardens. Experience a luxury BMW electric vehicle without the luxury car tax. Own your dream BMW electric vehicle today. Conditions apply. Search BMW electric to learn more. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
G'day, it's Rory Sloane for Jarvis Toyota. The new and improved Hilux Rogue is wider, taller and tougher. The 2.8 litre turbo diesel engine pumps out 150 kilowatts of effortless power, enough to cruise through the work week and power into the weekend. Hilux Rogue is loaded with enhancements for on and off-road performance. Check out the new Hilux Rogue for yourself today at Jarvis Toyota, South Road, Clovelly Park. Proudly celebrating 21 years of great deals.
In tough times, it's the simple things that make a big difference. Like $19 schnitzel days at the Birkenhead Tavern, Excelsior and the Lighthouse Wharf. We know the humble schnitty can't fix all our problems, but we do know it'll put a smile on your dial. $19 schnitty, Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at the Birkenhead Tavern, Excelsior and the Lighthouse Wharf. Making the world a better place, one schnitty at a time. Got to start somewhere. You just know it's a Barreau Hotel.
Great pubs. 10 to 5, here's a text. Rumble in the Jungle was George Foreman, correct.
Yeah, the boys thought the Thriller in Manila. Correct. I think it was their third fight.
Yes.
They reckon the heat and the humidity was unbearable.
Now, often people talk about getting home care services like vacuuming, lawn mowing or shopping, but at ECH, not H, Blakey still listens.
Correct.
At ECH, home care services are more than that.
Look, ECH, they understand the life can be unpredictable and circumstances change, which they do. The support you need yesterday might be different to the support that you actually need tomorrow.
Okay, and here's the message. If you get sick or you've had a fall, even a stroke, or you need nursing care or help, it might feel daunting.
Yeah.
Well, no.
And a lot of people don't like asking for help.
They're very independent.
Correct.
That's it. Let ECH support you through these unforeseen moments and provide the help you need.
So ECH, well, they're here to help you navigate through your everyday life and unexpected circumstances. Ask ECH to help you work out what's important to help you get more out of life. Their website has more information, so visit ech.asn.au.
How far would you go for your dream kitchen? And how far would you go to not deal with organising all the trades? How about 15 minutes up the freeway to Balhanna Kitchens by Design? To the largest showroom in the Adelaide Hills. Custom build your dream with our award-winning designers. Plus, we can manage the installation and all sub-trades at a fixed price. Balhanna Kitchens by Design. It's not too far to go to make your dream a reality. balhannakitchens.com.au.
Will you be South Australia's next millionaire? Now is your final chance to purchase tickets in the St John Christmas Home Lottery. With our biggest grand prize ever, someone will have the choice of the $5.2 million grand prize waterfront home package or will walk away with $4.5 million cash. Imagine how your Christmas would change. What would you choose? Get your tickets today at stjohnlottery.com.au for your chance to win the ultimate lifestyle. Deadline midnight Sunday. Licence number M14453.
At IGA, you'll get everything you need this Christmas. Community Co fruit mince pies, 6-pack, 360 gram, $6 each. IGA, where Christmas is made special for locals. Offer ends December 12. Participating IGA stores only. Excludes IGA local grocer and Foodland.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Yeah, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Foodland live stream, Facebook and YouTube. Check us out. Be interactive. We've been asking about great sporting feuds. And we're, I think I'll give away a Frederick Street finest hamper here, if it's all right with you, Stephen.
Hello, Michael at Paralowie.
How are you, Rowey? Timmy?
Hey, Michael.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you this for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Kangaroo supporter.
Yes.
But I reckon all of Australia, with what went on, with the duck dipping into Mr. Stevens and the arch, I'll tell you what, if that was a boxing match, you would have sold it out.
Yeah, true.
And that day at Adelaide Oval, when the arch came in, I reckon everybody just wanted to actually see. The one thing I will say is, if they actually went at it, how many games would they have actually got?
Wayne Carey versus Glenn Archer, for those that don't know.
Michael, I think that would have been like
Great
splitting
rivalry.
the atom. They would have gone bang. The mushroom cloud from that fight would have been incredible.
I think Glenn Archer shaped up to balk to hit him, and then
did.
Carey swung around. And
he did. And
apparently they could both throw their dogs.
Yeah, it was just it was a horrible moment in sport, wasn't it?
Fight, fight, fight. I called that game, and that's what I was yelling out.
Oh, right.
I called it. Fight, 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 fight.
Let's go to North Haven. Warren, got a great sporting feud for us?
Oh, I think so, mate. What about the Dennis Lilly and I think it was Jarvid Mandad?
It was.
At the Wacker?
It was.
With the bad incident where he's going to clock him?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure no beers were spilled after that one, mate.
No, he gave him a little. He gave him just a tap on the back of the calf with his boot.
Just a little love tap, wasn't it? Just a little tap. Yeah.
It was enough to be annoying, Warren, and he was going to take the bat to him. I loved it.
Jarvid Mandad. Well, if ever there was a bloke could get under your skin, and DK Lilly's as calm as a cucumber.
Oh, but he started that. DK Lee started that without any doubt. I'm the biggest DK fan, and it was on. He did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
Oh, God, that's a feud. Beautiful. Keep them coming in. Hello, Steve.
Hi, guys. That was the one I was going to point out. But I just remembered one other one, too.
Yeah.
Billy Brownless and Gary Lyon.
Oh, yes, yes.
That was nasty.
It broke, I reckon, early 2016, and... yeah, that wasn't good at all. And
another unsavoury one with someone else's wife.
Probably, Steve, in the end, Billy Brownless became the bigger man, and he was the one that opened up his heart to get it all sort of back together. So, actually, Steve, for thinking on your feet, you get Frederick Street's finest hamper. So, congratulations, mate. Frederick Street finest hamper. You can get them at your local Drake supermarket. What you got to do is look out for the fancy blue packet, and they are amazing products inside. Don't worry about that.
One more before 5 o'clock. Hello, Russ at Toorak Gardens.
G'day, guys. The one that I remember, I don't think it actually eventuated, but was between Bruce Light and Johnny Wynn, which I would have loved to have seen, actually. But later on, it was John Wynn and his teammate, Jim Teely, who was... he was probably as tough as they come, I think, from
Jim
Norwood.
Teal, God bless. Yeah, that was a rumble in the locker room.
I reckon there's an old story, and whether it be urban myth or not, and I might ring up a player from that era on both sides, but I reckon there was a game at Nord and Bruce Light invited Phil Carman into the car park.
Okay, well, let's do that. We actually tried to get Phil Carman on.
Imagine those two going at it.
For our Where Are They Now, but we've got a really good one thanks to Wilco, so don't miss that after 5 o'clock. There's a little text here that you like on the Unique Homestyle Food text.
There is.
Calling me Rowmeister.
Well, what happened was, you heard earlier that there's a compromise being made by Adelaide, suggesting that the
government, with the trees.
The 10 trees in question, 9 would remain now, and only 1 would be removed. So it's a big compromise. and you were saying that, you'd like to be a part of that and the
Well,
like.
I think I should be the one that takes it down.
Well, Mick
with
has... I think
Husqvarna.
Mick's come in with a solution of his own.
Well, let's do it.
He said, Rowmeister, let's have a battle of the bands for the last tree. Trumpet versus ukulele.
Done.
And the winner gets the spoils of victory.
Done.
I love it.
So if the ukulele wins, the tree stays.
Correct. The trumpet
if
wins.
I win, I get the Husqvarna. Oh, God. Hey, after the 5 o'clock news, have a family pass the Adelaide 36ers.
You have to go to the toolkit depot to do that.
They will bounce back 7:30
Here.
Saturday night. And we've got a double to the Adelaide Strikers v Brisbane Heat opening game. That is Saturday in the 5AA locker room. That is all laid on. But before all of that, let's go to the 5AA news and we'll come back with a Where Are They Now, who was a ranger.
He was. Great player.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Introducing the 2023 World Performance Car of the Year, the Kia EV6 GT, 430 kilowatts of power and 740 Newton meters of torque. With its unique Australian-tuned GT suspension and steering, the Kia EV6 exceeds all expectations. The Kia EV6 GT, the most powerful Kia ever built.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. Here's who you can support around Adelaide. Santa's Wonderland. It's where Christmas begins. Sessions on now and every day until December 24th. Adelaide Showground, santaswonderland.com.au. Celebrate New Year's Eve at the Capri Theatre with Wilsey, Pete Gers and a screening of The King and I. Book now, capri.org.au. 5AA, supporting local business.
Here's some good news. How would you like up to 50% off at Cheapest Chips? Well, this has got to be the hottest ticket in town, exclusive to Cheapest Chips Chippy Rewards members.
How good is this? The Cheapest Chips Chippy Rewards VIP night will be held in-store only this Thursday the 7th. That's tomorrow night of December, 4 p.m. until 7 p.m.
We won't be able to go.
Oh, damn.
That's disappointing. Members, though, they'll get 50% off indoor and outdoor furniture, including storage, along with craft and pet beds. And how's this? Get 40% off laundry appliances, toys, garden pots, and garden solar and ornaments. I better get the wife as a Chippy member.
That is good, but listen to this one. That's a whopping 40% off new washing machines or dryers if you're a Chippy Rewards member. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to join up as soon as possible.
Be a Chippy.
Make sure you don't miss out on this exclusive event. And if you're not already signed up, well, it's easy. Sign up today, in-store or online at cheapestchips.com.au. Angela, are you listening? And get into your local Cheapest Chips store this Thursday, 7th of December, between 4 and 7 p.m. Live cheaper with Cheapest Chips.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio, and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight, down to 16. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 31. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
There's plenty of stock ready for immediate delivery on Mitsubishi Triton from Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Elizabeth.
Police have charged a fourth asylum seeker released from detention after he allegedly stole and breached his visa conditions. Michael Packey has more.
A 45-year-old man will appear in Melbourne's magistrate court after he failed to comply with curfew obligations following his release from immigration detention. The Sudanese man was part of a cohort of people allowed into the community after the High Court ruled indefinite detention is unlawful. He also allegedly stole luggage from Melbourne Airport. Police located and charged the man at a hotel. He's the fourth person to be charged for reoffending as the federal government rushes laws to tighten migration rules and put some freed asylum seekers back in custody.
Commonwealth, state and territory governments have agreed to pitch in more funding for the NDIS with major reforms on the horizon. Zach De Silva has the story.
National Cabinet has met to thrash out a new agreement on disability funding. The deal will see state contributions to the NDIS increase more quickly over coming years. The federal government also hopes to tighten eligibility for the scheme to tackle its ballooning cost. But Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says he'll work with the states to ensure ensure everyone is properly supported.
To make the positive changes needed for people with a disability.
In exchange for the extra spending, the states will continue to get more federal health and GST assistance. Victorian Premier Jacinta Allen says it'll provide budget certainty.
The GST discussion was important to us.
A major review of disability services will be handed down on Thursday.
A large hydroponics setup has been located at Wingfield. It was discovered inside an industrial premises. Police allegedly finding 147 cannabis plants being grown, approximately 85 kilos of dried cannabis and 3 quad bikes. It's further alleged electricity had been diverted to the premises. Police arrested a 46-year-old man and a 17-year-old boy at the scene. The older of the two will front court tomorrow. FBI agents have arrested a man in connection to last year's multiple shootings in Queensland's Western Downs. Richard French reports from Brisbane.
FBI agents executing a search warrant at a remote property 30 kilometres north of Heber Overguard in Arizona. 2 indictments were issued by a grand jury against 58-year-old Donald Day. Mr Day appeared in court today at 2 p.m. US time and was remanded in custody. One of the indictments is related to the deadly terrorist attacks in December last year, where the American is alleged to have incited violence through his YouTube channel and to have had direct contact with killers Nathaniel and Stacey Train.
The Bureau has warned Cyclone Jasper is likely to make landfall in Queensland early next week. The tropical cyclone is expected to develop into a Category 4 storm by tomorrow night and will likely impact a region north of Mackay. Meteorologist Laura Bokel says residents in the area should start preparing.
In terms of what we expect people to do, it's to keep an eye on the forecasts and the warnings and keep up to date with that. And then specifically that region north of Mackay that does have the highest likelihood of impact at this stage, to be following the advice of emergency services.
Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Claim your free hotel voucher and perfect your summer today. Head to saweekendescapes.com.au.
Canada has beaten the Matildas 1-0 in their friendly in Vancouver. Skipper Steph Catley telling 10 they'll learn from the loss.
The game ebbed and flowed. We're trying a few different things, a few different ways of playing, and sometimes that has growing pains. So I think there's times in the game where we're not controlling it, but when we do, it looks pretty good. So it's definitely positives to take out of the game, but in the end, a set piece cost us, and that's not good enough.
Scott Ninnis has taken over the coaching reins at the 36ers for now. CJ Bruton has vacated the role following a disappointing start to the season. Ninnis has told Rowey and Timmy G the roster is strong. They just need to find the right person to bring it all together and get results.
We have Jacob Wiley, we have Trey Hill. I guess when you look at bringing in DJ Vasiljevic, for us, that was probably the equivalent of bringing in that third import. So we know we've got guys that can play. We just need to find a way of getting everyone on the same page very, very quickly and all playing well at the same time.
Port Adelaide midfielder Willem Drew has signed a long-term deal, keeping him at the club till the end of 2028. And Tiger star Dustin Martin was today forced off the track early during Richmond's training camp after copping a heavy knock. The 32-year-old will be monitored for any concussion-like symptoms over the coming days. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Stay cool. Service your aircon at Automasters. And keep cool with Cool Now, Pay Later options.
At Golden Grove, a crash in the Golden Way near the Grove Way. Holden Hill, traffic lights out, Tartan Road near Bentley Drive. And Prospect got a crash at Churchill Road near Gladstone Road. Lane closed at the moment at Hope Valley, Grand Junction Road near Valley Road. And you'll find cameras this afternoon, Maxwell Road, Para Hills, and North East Road at Modbury. This Christmas, it's a celebration of Audi with 12 exciting offers across a range of models at your Audi dealer until December 24. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota forklift advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 16 and partly cloudy tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow 31. Friday, a shower or two, a possible storm and 36. Saturday, rain with possible heavy falls back to 21. Right now, it's 28 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, record ramping. Patient delays continue to plague our hospitals. The online car sale that became a carjack ordeal for a local man. Kangaroo Island's remarkable bushfire recovery. We take you inside the rebuilt Southern Ocean Lodge. Major changes to Australia Post deliveries and how footy fans can get their gather round tickets. See the full story live on 9 News at 6 p.m. and on 9 Now.
5AA's Business Lounge with Matthew Pantelis.
I'm with Kieran Ryan from Reactivate. Chronic back pain can really hurt your quality of life. How could Reactivate fix my lower back?
Reactivate is a minimally invasive, surgically implanted restorative solution to treat the cause of chronic low back pain. Reactivate focuses on improving function in your lower back and ultimately reducing pain.
What sets Reactivate apart?
Historically, patients have been offered pain medications which don't treat the underlying cause, and patients can become reliant on them. Reactivate can help treat the actual cause.
To learn more about Reactivate, visit fixmylowerback.com.au.
Patients must talk to their health professional about whether the Reactivate implantable pulse generator device is right for them and suitable as part of the overall plan to manage their intractable chronic mechanical low back pain. Outcomes may vary for each patient. Patients should discuss with their healthcare professional the factors that could impact the level and timing of the effect. The Reactivate IPG device is not a first-line treatment for chronic mechanical low back pain. Surgery is required to use the Reactivate IPG device, and any surgical procedure carries risk.
Get great value Christmas dishes for every budget at Coles. Like Coles RSPCA approved whole chicken was $5.50, now down to just $4.50 a kilo. That's great value hands down at Coles.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AAA Sports Show.
Yes, your beauty, back into the second big hour of the sports show. You can watch us on the live stream, Foodland live stream, Facebook and YouTube, and communicate with us. 8223 unique homestyle foods text line as well. We're talking about the great sporting feuds.
Yeah, lines available. Here's a couple. Tex Walker and Kane Corns.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a sporting feud.
That's fair.
John from Port Augusta and Steve Waugh.
Oh, it's a bit one-sided at the moment.
Yeah. Hey, guys, didn't Andrew McLeod and Tyson Edwards hate each other? Well, hate's probably a strong word.
But there was...
Well managed, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That wasn't good.
Just saying.
$50 Powers voucher, plenty to give away. We've got the Strikers tickets. We've got 36ers tickets, but it's out. Where are they now? Get a Walco blankie for your pool this summer and save water, evaporation and money. Walco.com.au.
The 5AA Sports Shows, Where Are They Now? Past legends, past glories.
I'll tell you what, I got a smile from ear to ear, Rowey, because I do love this segment, but I'm especially excited about our next guest. It was funny, I was sitting in the sports room and chatting away, and one of our great sales reps, Jimmy Wellen, come up and we were chatting away, and he said, because his mum grew up across the road from the Woodville Football Club.
Oh, wow.
And had Jimmy, and said she barracked for Woodville always. And even though he barracked for Stirp, but I said, who can we get for Where Are They Now? And he said, why don't you get Ian Detman? Oh. And I said, well, we'll give it a go. Detto, are you on the line?
Yes, hello, Timmy. How are you, mate?
Fantastic, mate. 200 games for the great, well, they were the Packers and then the Warriors just before you finished up there, mate. Tell us about those early days. You were quite a talented sportsman yourself, good at cricket, good at footy. You even played Teal Cup, I reckon, back in the late 70s. Tell us about what it was like as a kid growing up.
Yeah, well, I did play Teal Cup in 79. But I came from Ferreton Park, local, was a Woodville Junior League club at that time. Came from Ferreton Park, went to Woodville pretty early on. I didn't play any senior games at Ferreton Park. I went straight from juniors to Woodville. Came up through the Woodville juniors and, in 79 played Teal Cup with a couple of your Port teammates, Martin Leslie being one of them, ABBA.
Wow.
We were teammates in that, and we won that carnival in 79. And then the next year, 1980, I went on to start playing league footy.
So what were some of the names when you walked into that Teal Cup side? I mean, you mentioned ABBA and Martin Leslie. Who else was in that lineup?
Well, we had the All-Australian centre line. Rossi Aegis was in the centre.
Wow.
There was a Lee Maiden from Port.
Yeah, remember Lee, yeah.
Darryl Hart was a young fellow there.
Wow.
Stephen Trigg was in that side.
Trigg.
Yeah, it was coached by Alan Stewart. It was a pretty good side back in 79. Then I think they went on and won a couple more when the Plattons and Bradleys and that all came through.
Yeah, good era, that one. So 1980, you get your debut year at Woodville. What are some of the names that are floating around then?
Oh, there was Barry Goodingham was the coach. He came over from North Melbourne, the big lurch. But we had Lindsay Heaven was playing then. And,
Rowey.
Rowey, of course. Rowey started in '69, so he was around.
He was in his third decade.
That was his third. He's just a young fellow then. But there was Johnny Roberts, Phil Malin.
Yeah.
A few blokes that actually went on. Was great, and
did you play with the great Buff Tyrrell?
Buff Tyrrell, yeah, I had 1 year with Buff before he retired.
Beautiful.
Because I was only 18 when I started, and Buff was just about to retire, so I got 1 year in with Buff. He was a legend.
You were probably known as a real utility, very flexible, forward or back. Do you think you probably played your best footy as a defender across half back?
Yeah, I reckon I was known in the end as a defender. I started off, as I said, as a Teal Cup player. I was a wingman.
Yeah.
And made the All-Australian side as a wingman. But then as the knees blew up a bit, Malcolm Blight put me back and he said, look, you're probably going to be best known as a defender. And for the rest of my career under Malcolm and Russell Ebert, I became a defender, and that's where I stayed.
Did you enjoy Blighty when he was captain coach?
Yeah, I did. It was good when Malcolm came back in '83 and he sort of, Woodville was struggling at the time. We'd been bottom. But my first 6 years of league footy were all bottom.
Oh, wow.
The first three of those were under Blighty as well. But Blighty changed the club, the whole construct of the club, from the Packers to the Warriors. We had a whole different outlook. And then just started, after a while, Blighty started doing things his way and started to get that little bit of success in '86. We made the prelim under Blighty. But Blighty was, as everyone knows, and Rowey, you would know yourself, Blighty was different, but he was fantastic.
Yeah, he was a ripper. And then along comes the great Russell Ebert.
Yeah, the great man I had for the last 3 years of my career. And, I loved Russell as a coach. Probably my only criticism was he trained a little bit long on a Thursday night, and I like to get out.
Wasn't the Packers disco Thursday night? Packers disco?
You could back in those days, so blokes like Grenville Dietrich were in the lineup to go to disco, and we were still on the training track.
Oh, that's gold. Hey, mate, let's get back to that '86 year. Halfway through, I think you guys were struggling, and I can remember playing you guys and Blighty making you do a drill at three-quarter time. He wasn't happy with the skill level, and it was almost like a turning point where Woodville just came home with a wet sail. What did you end up winning, like 9 out of 10 of the last games going into finals?
I'm pretty sure we may have lost our first 9 or 10 in a row, and then we had this turnaround, and that's right. It was at Footy Park one day, and fortunately I was out injured. I didn't get to train at three-quarter time or whatever it was.
It was,
that was something different, sitting in the stand watching them train. But I thought, oh no, this is another one of Blighty's tricks. But and then I think we come home with it. We set sail for home then and won about our last 9, and of course played Glenelg in the prelim, who went on to win the flag. But we kicked 2 goals 10 in the last quarter of the prelim, didn't help.
You actually came home in that finals. You beat, I can't remember who you beat in the first game. You beat us in the first semi. In what was a cracking game.
We beat Norwood in the elimination.
Yes.
Beat Norwood, and then you guys in the first semi, and then Glenelg. And as I said, we kicked 2-10 in the last quarter.
You had some momentum going. Anything could happen there.
But it was unbelievable because everyone who wasn't barracking for anyone else was barracking for Woodville.
Yeah.
So the crowd, there was 30-odd thousand people at the prelim, and that 90% of them were barracking for Woodville because their sides were either out or,
Yeah.
So it was amazing.
You were the great underdogs. Come '88, and Rowey mentioned it, of course it was quite controversial. It was the year that Russell started with Woodville after being let go by Port. Jack just took over Port, and very early on the season they play the Escort Cup final on a Tuesday night.
That was '88,
at Footy Park, and of course you blokes are victorious. It must have been a terrific feeling to have that victory, and Woodville's only senior premiership.
Yeah, well, it was, and that fortunately I was lucky enough to play in that game under Russell Ebert, and it was great that Russell had come over and Max Jones came over with him, and Yeah, to play Port Adelaide in a grand final, and it's Woodville's first ever, even though it was a night grand final played during the week, it was still great to win a grand final against Port Adelaide. Any time you beat Port in the final is fantastic for Woodville. But yeah, it was great to win that. But the unfortunate part was, as I said, it was during the week.
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
I think we went out on the Saturday, might have been against Centrals, and got flogged. So, and we never ever got to celebrate it till about. Luckily, Russell was still around. We got to celebrate it about 20 years later.
Yeah, I was there. I was there that day.
We'll get to that. Didn't Russell say after the game, no beers, no party, straight home, straight to bed?
Yes, he did. And I'm pretty sure, and I know I did, I was very disciplined that night. I can't say the whole side was, but no, we weren't allowed to go back to the club and celebrate or anything. We were straight home because we had a game on the Saturday. But unfortunately, it didn't work for us on the Saturday. We got flogged.
Yeah, well, the irony of that, I remember that story coming up when we celebrated the day. Bill Sanders was there. Of course, Ralph was there, yourself. I couldn't believe how many blokes you got back for that. It was a terrific celebration of what was a premiership that the boys didn't get to properly celebrate. And, gee, they told some good stories, some good yarns. And Russell's story about Djakovic, young Alan, it was back then, wasn't it? Yeah. He said, and they said to Russ, you might want to give this watch back to Alan Djakovic. He said, what's that for? He said he couldn't pay for his petrol, so he left his watch. But there must have been some great characters like that.
There were some great stories coming out of that side, that night premiership side. And, yeah, to see the blokes that actually came back for it. John Klug from Tasmania.
Yeah,
Steve Nichols.
What a player.
Hayden Stevens.
Yes.
And Alan Djakovic, of course, well, there's a million stories on him alone. But
great era, mate. When you actually finished up, I heard a rumour you went to Gawler South and played in some flags there.
Yeah, I went to the first year after the merger. It was the year the Crows came in. I went to Tasmania and had a year over there for Glenorchy, where John Klug came from.
Ah, right.
And where Peter Hudson's from.
Yeah.
So I had one season over there. I was meant to be there for 2 seasons, but I got run out of town for some reason. I'm not sure what happened there.
Daddy, come on,
then,
mate.
I did go to, I went to South Gawler. A mate of mine from Centrals, Malcolm McGrath, was coach up there.
Yeah, Mullet.
And him and, Mullet got Big Garth Newton and myself up there, and they won the next 2 flags in 92 and 93. I unfortunately got rubbed out for the 92 one, but I played in the 93 one, which was great up there, and played with actually Simon Head, Travis Head's father, played in those 2 grand finals, premiership sides. So, yeah.
Well done.
Yes.
Now, getting back to the 88 Escort Cup, I remember the winner's cheque used to be around $40,000. Now, I'd like to think you went on a pretty good players' trip there. How'd they carve that up, or did Bill Sanders just put it straight in the tin tank?
Well, I don't think we had a players' trip that year. That was called off as well because of lack of funds. So, yeah, I'm not sure whether Bill would have done that to us, but
Jeez.
I'm pretty sure someone's had a fair drink out of it.
Now, did Daryl Panizza play in that team?
Yeah, Dalla Panizza was here then.
Yeah, God, he was quick, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He ran past me once, gave me windburn, he was that quick. Didn't lift his knees, he used to glide along.
You had a couple of good players that came over from elsewhere. Kluge, of course, you mentioned. I remember playing against McDonald and Kevin Harris. They were tough competitors.
Kevin Harris won 2 best and fairest in a row in the 80s, and he was a machine. He was just... He would drag 4 or 5 blokes along through the mud with him. He was that strong.
Oh, God, he was. I used to call him a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
He was a painter too, I reckon.
Yeah, he's a painter.
Biggest ass I've ever seen on a rover, and that's saying something, Daddy, because I had a big one.
Hey, Dad, you were a good cricketer as well. Now, I don't want you to talk yourself down, but you told a fabulous story about a friend of ours who unfortunately passed away, Maury O'Regan, and you told the story at the funeral. I'd love you to repeat it because it just summed up him and you, I think, together.
Yeah, it was Woody South one-day cricket, and we were all old, broken-down footballers, and we got this side together. And anyway, Maury wasn't much of a batsman, but anyway, we were in together one day, and I'm batting with Murray, and I've clipped one off my hip, and it's gone towards the boundary, so I've called two. So anyway, we've turned for the first one, and I look, and there's Murray flat out on the ground with his bat outstretched, doing a Superman impersonation, about eight feet short of the crease. And he's run out, and he's covered in dust and everything.
Oh, no.
And he gets up off the ground and he looks around and he just says, "Ditto, you dickhead, why'd you call for two? I can't make one."
That's a great story.
That's a beautiful story. Hey, my young colts out at Woodville West Torrens, they did merge when the Crows come in. How did you feel about all of that, Ian?
To be honest, I was a little bit against the merger, and my knees were sort of shot at that stage. I was only 28, but my knees were pretty much gone. And I always wanted to be just a Woodville player. I wasn't really concerned in becoming an Eagle or playing for West Torrens. So I thought, no. And fortunately, the very last game of Woodville and Torrens at Adelaide Oval was a great day, and it happened to be my 200th. So I thought, that's a good number to retire on. It was my great mate Ralphie Sewer's last game ever as well. So I thought it's a great time for me to step away. Neil Baum wanted me to continue on the next year, but I thought, no, my heart's not really in it for the merge side, so I thought it's better I just step away.
Oh, mate, you're one of the legends of the game. We love you, and I know that there's a few boys down at the Alberton still asking after you, mate. So, Gaddy rang the other week and said, "I'll tell you what's not right. Dedo's not drinking at the Alberton." I said, "Well, we'll get him back, mate. Don't worry, he'll be back."
Yeah, there's a bit of a story there. I've trained at the Alberton, as you know, Tim, for probably 40 years, but I've got a couple of good friends down the Glanville now, so I've got to share the love around.
That's what I like about you. You're a sharing and caring man.
Magnificent.
Oh, look, where are they now? Guest Ian Detman from the great Woodville Football Club. Mate, appreciate your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Timmy. Thanks, Rowey. Thanks for your time.
Good man.
Absolute legend. I tell you what, Walco, they're out there enjoying the Christmas show. They have supported us with this segment for years now. So, look, preserve your summer of mucking about in the pool. Get a Walco blankie. Save water, evaporation and money too. Get your pool a Walco blankie today and enjoy the savings. Visit walco.com.au.
Yeah, Will and Drew coming up. Great chat. Let's check our local traffic. Visit the Paradise Hotel and experience their incredible all-you-can-eat salad and veggie bar. Book now.
Look out for a crash in the South Parklands at the moment. Green Hill Road near Sir Lewis Cohen Avenue causing delays. Golden Grove, another crash. The Golden Way near the Grove Way. And Holden Hill lights on the blink there. Tartan Road near Bentley Drive. Slow going works at Tennyson. Military Road near Morden Street. Spurs at 40. And busy Brighton Road at the North East. Got a camera to North East Road at St Agnes. Look for the RAA sign at over 400 independent RAA approved repairers across SA. You know you can trust them because RAA do. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
5AA celebrates 12 days of Christmas with the SA Farmers Market. SA's largest weekly market, full of fresh produce and more every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Keep listening for more great gift ideas. Merry Christmas from 5AA.
How to be excellent in the workplace. Always smile. Smiling releases tiny molecules in your brain. These molecules fight stress. And most importantly, always have a packet of Frederick Street Finest opened on your desk. Choose from Apricot Delight, Licorice Lover's Delight, Cashew Macadamia Indulgence, and many more. Look for Frederick Street Finest in the fancy blue packet at your local Drake's supermarket. Be excellent anywhere with Frederick Street Finest, devoted to excellence.
With energy prices continuing to soar, Solar Heart is helping smart Australians soak up more sunshine, store more energy, and save more money on every bill. And right now, you can save up to $750 on Solar Heart solar power systems. The bigger the system, the bigger the saving. But with government incentives set to reduce, it pays to get in quick. Don't settle for soaring energy prices. Get smart. Get Solar Heart. Terms and conditions apply.
Alrighty, got a space in your shed? Well, I got some news for you. Workshop, home, wherever it is, and it's begging to be a storage space, you've got to get into Sharman Shelving. They love turning any space into storage space, and it would look good as well. So Bill and Christine, well, they'll come to your home, your office, your workshop, your shed. They'll measure up and then they'll design, deliver and assemble the perfect storage solution in a great range of colours. I know you've lived it.
Mine's red and blue, has a Red Leagues logo on it. They can do a Maggie, a black and white. They can do whatever you want. They're custom made. Like you said, can we put it there?
Yeah.
In it goes.
I need them, actually.
You do?
You're going to have to take me out.
I will.
And I can talk to Bill and Christine.
That's a deal. Goodbye Space. Hello Storage Space. You won't have to lift a finger. It's all done. As I said, actually, like I said, you just go, just there, mate.
Yes, please.
I need fishing gear, tools, all the tools, and I need my Husqvarna straight in under here so I can pull it out and just rip down trees whenever I want.
No, you're not.
Thanks,
allowed
Billy
to,
boy.
Not allowed to do that. Now, when it comes to storage solutions, everybody needs a little shaman in their life. Call into the showroom at 412 North East Road, Windsor Gardens. Visit shamanshelving.com.au or take a look on Facebook.
Don't miss the Solitaire Volkswagen Summer Spectacular on now. As SA's largest Volkswagen dealer, we have plenty of stock available now for immediate delivery. And we won't be beaten on price. Visit Solitaire Volkswagen Hawthorn and Medindi today. DL 65541.
I was just doing my job. I didn't think I'd get injured.
The doctor said it was a routine procedure? Right.
The car came out of nowhere and it smashed right into us.
At DBH Lawyers, we're here to listen to your story. Our team of local South Australian lawyers will help you navigate the law and find the best way forward. We're with you. We're for you. We're DBH Lawyers. dbh.com.au.
Footprints, hundreds of them, thin ones, big ones, muddy ones, in every room of your house. You might expect that from tradies when you're renovating, but not when you choose Bathrooms by Design. All our tradies, including tilers, plumbers, electricians and carpenters, are overseen by one project manager. They're flawless, meticulous and as coordinated as a ballet, but without the tutus. Reward yourself every day with a luxury bathroom. View our designs at bathroomsbydesign.com.au.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Yeah, nearly 5:30. Been asking for your sporting feuds, and there's been a few brought up already. We're going to go to Highgate and speak to David. Hello, David.
Okay, boys. One that immediately comes to mind is Kevin Muscat, Johnny Cosmina. Remember that when Cosy's on the bench and Muscat goes to grab the ball and, you know, I would say, because I don't like Muscat at all, deliberately knocks Cosy off and he was taking a back step, grabs him by the throat, bang, and she was on. So that was a ripper.
David, I'm going to tell you something too, because they brought out that documentary, The People's Club. And it's a great documentary if you haven't seen it, about the 20 years of Adelaide United. I was talking to John Cosmina's son, who's the CEO, Nathan, and he was actually saying what people don't know is that his dad, John, had just had a hip replacement about 3 weeks earlier when that happened. And it was almost as if, when it knocked him over, he said it was almost as if Dad completely forgot about the operation because he just sprung back in action and strangled Muscat.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
He saw red.
He saw red, and he's seen it for 20 years, I tell you.
Our next guest is Willem Drew, Port Adelaide cobbler. He just signed a 4-year deal. He'll be an absolute ripper. We'll do that after the 5AA news.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good evening, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. The federal government is rushing through new migration laws after a fourth asylum seeker freed from detention is charged. A revised positioning of the secondary oval at the Crows' proposed new headquarters at Theberton will save 9 of the 10 trees initially earmarked for removal. Australia Post isn't anticipating any major delays in delivering parcels from overseas this Christmas. And in sport, Scott Ninnis is steering the 36ers for the time being after CJ Bruton parted ways with the club. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Stay cool. Service your aircon at Automasters. And keep cool with Cool Now, Pay Later options.
G'day there in the South Parklands, a crash on Green Hill Road near Sir Lewis Cohen Avenue. Golden Grove, another collision there, the Golden Way near the Grove Way, and Holden Hill, lights on the blink, Tartan Road near Bentley Drive. Slow going at the moment at Torrensville Lane Close, South Road near Ashburn Parade, just near the Brickworks, and got a camera Salisbury Highway at Dry Creek. Download more value in the Coles app. You can create in-store lists to see your estimated total and stick to your Christmas shop budget. Download the Coles app today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
5AA weather, partly cloudy tonight down to 16, partly cloudy tomorrow 31. Right now it's 27. We'll have more news at 6 and as it happens on 5AA.
If Australians invented crunchy chicken with a creamy garlic filling, we might have called it chicken coolangatta, or perhaps chicken cootamundra. Thankfully, we didn't. Chicken Kiev, now only $7.49 for a 4-pack at Aldi. Good, different.
If it pops, or if it twists, you'll find it at FIVEAA. If it comes in a can, or is best in a glass, you'll find it at FIVEAA. If you serve it on the rocks, or with a paper umbrella. In fact, whether it's wine, beer or spirits, whatever you fancy, you'll find it at FIVEAA. FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor stores.
Clear, whatever.
Yep.
Hang on. This is important. There's one sign on Doothie Street only you've got to see.
Correct.
It's the Kirkbright seafood sign. It changes daily from fresh crays to Atlantic salmon, King George whiting, gar, SA king prawns, all sustainably fished and processed on site at Kirkbright Seafood. Straight from the sea to the factory. Boom.
There it is. You know what? There's a song where it says sign, sign, everywhere a sign. Don't worry about those other signs. Just worry about the Kirkbright seafood sign.
Like it.
It's the one you'll see. It changes daily. Got all sorts of specials happening now. I've been out there myself to Kirkbright Seafood. Reese and the team are brilliant people. Even his mum's out there. G'day, Karen. How are you? And it's the cleanest place I've ever been to. And you can see through the window and watch them all get the fish in off those boats you were talking about. Fillet them.
Fill it in gar. They can do 4 gar in a minute.
Amazing.
Amazing.
And look, dead set, I reckon it's the best place you can possibly go to. Walk in, get welcomed, have a look. If you want a suggestion about what to use, where and what for dinner, they'll tell you. They've done that for me, which I desperately needed. So check it out, please. Do yourself a favour, as Molly Meldrum would say. Get and have a look at what's on the sign today at Kirkbright Seafood, Doothie Street, Unley, kirkbrightseafood.com.au.
G'day, it's Rory Sloan. The Kluger 7-seat SUV is here to move your family and to move you. It's an SUV that knows you expect practicality, but want luxury and beautiful design too. There's no need to wait for the kids to grow up. You can have your dream car now. This 7-seater has flexible cargo space thanks to the folding second and third rows. Take a test drive of the new Kluger today at Jarvis Toyota, South Road, Clovelly Park. Proudly celebrating 21 years of great deals.
Thinking about a solar battery? Don't wait. Connect with NRG Solar and bring home a solar battery with a rock-solid 10-year warranty. Use the energy you generate during the day to store some for later, reducing reliance on energy providers and putting money back in your pocket. Experience blackout protection that'll save you thousands, all at your fingertips through a user-friendly app. Embrace 24/7 solar today. Visit nrgsolar.com.au. That's nrgsolar.com.au.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
You beauty. 5:35 on your radio dial. It's a beautiful afternoon. Christmas spirit is in the air. And I tell you what's happening. There's lots of Christmas gifts happening down at Alberton. And our next guest, well, he's just signed a new 4-year extension. Sees him playing at Port Adelaide until the end of 2028. Thoroughly deserved. Our guest, Willem Drew, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, mate, first of all, congratulations on the extension, and I think it's fantastic that you're going to be there until the end of 28. It hasn't been easy, though, mate. You've had a lot of, fair share of your challenges early on, haven't you, especially establishing yourself, and I can remember watching you a fair bit in the sample and thinking this lad can play, but you kept getting, I think the same foot was injured. It was one of your feet that were playing up.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly right. It wasn't all sort of smooth sailing there to start with. I had a few sort of different foot injuries, and to be honest, there's a stage there where no one really knew what the go was. So, I'm just glad that my body's been able to sort of hold up the last few seasons, and I've been able to get a really good run at it. And Kenny and the coaches have backed me in, and I'm absolutely pumped to be sticking around for another couple of years.
In those early days, Willem, I noticed you were out on a wing and the like, but gee, you found your niche inside and being that sort of, first possession gatherer, and also being able to stop some of the better players getting the footy.
Yeah, exactly right. I think early on it probably really did help my development, being able to play sort of different positions and learning off different players. And I suppose personally, I sort of always felt my best position was inside, and if that's playing a defensive role or sort of helping my other teammates to get involved, then I'm more than happy to do so.
And where we're at just currently, do you feel like we've got some unfinished business and it really encourages you to want to sign these contracts to get the job done?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think, looking back on the past couple of years, obviously, we've been around the mark, but just haven't been able to go that one step further. And I think we're definitely going to use that as motivation this year and the years ahead to, really drive that success and chase the premiership.
Where does that next level need to come from, Willem?
Look, we've obviously added a lot of great players to our list this year, and some experienced players who are going to play a lot of games for us and really help the team. And then I suppose for the rest of it, it's about all of us getting better and developing and making sure we're all on the same page defensively and doing all the little things well.
And you got the game? You think you got the game style that can win finals and stand up under elite pressure?
Oh, definitely. I think we do. I've got full faith in the playing group, and the coaches have got faith in us. And I suppose, as I said, looking back the last couple of years, it hasn't been ideal, but we've been around the mark, and we know what it takes.
I love you're a total team player. I said to Timmy when we found out that you signed, you make others walk tall. You're happy, to sacrifice, if you like, which isn't the right word, your game for others to star. You're a fella that just likes to let the cobblers cobble, and I like those sort of blokes. And the first one picked in my thing. The other one is consecutive games. Did I read you're on a 70-game consecutive game run at the moment, Drew? Willem?
Yeah, someone actually told me that today, which I didn't really know. But I think I've played the last 3 seasons. I've been able to string a few games together, which has been really nice.
Well, value for money too. That's what that is.
Absolutely, and
bang for buck, Timmy G.
And we're getting it. Do you like being perhaps the understated team player? Is it a nice role to play?
Oh yeah, look, it is, but I feel like I'm obviously really valued within the club, and the things that I do and whatnot on the field, the coaches are really happy with, and I suppose all that really matters to me is I'm valued within the playing group and within the coaches, and I definitely feel like I am.
I think you're very valued as far as Port Adelaide supporters go. They love and admire anybody that will do the things that you do, sacrifice yourself, but also just earn the hard ball when it's your turn to earn it. And you just seem to love to live to that occasion when it's needed and get that hard possession to try and turn the game our way.
Yeah, I think that's probably a big part of my game, and something that I still want to grow on as well, and being able to stay involved in games. But look, I'm more than happy to do sort of whatever it takes.
And training has recommenced and the like. Have you seen the new boys that have arrived? It's always a scary time. I mean, you've been there and done that. How have you welcomed all the young lads in?
Yeah, I suppose all of them have really fit in really well, and we've only been back as a full group for the last sort of 2 or 3 days, but a lot of the boys came in early and got stuck into it, and as I said, we've picked up some experienced players who are going to play a lot of footy, and we've also got some young draftees who have come in, and they've really fit in as well and really attacked training. You've been
working through the renovations on the far side, using underneath the Williams family stand. How much time are you getting over the new side? How much has been developed, and when will you get in there full time?
So our change rooms and whatnot have all been finished, so we're in there,
getting changed
in there now. But the gym and I suppose the indoor area and whatnot will be finished hopefully early in the new year. So I suppose the whole club is really looking forward to that. And once it's all done, it's going to be a really, really good facility.
Be awesome. What is your Christmas break, and when do you take it, and when do you come back?
We're heading off on a camp to the Gold Coast next week.
Yep.
Just sort of, I think, from the 12th to the 17th, and then got 3 weeks break over Chrissy, and then get back into it in early Jan. So just a few short weeks now, and then get back into it later on.
And back to North Ballarat for Christmas.
I'll head back down to Warrnambool, which will be great to see some family and friends and just relax down there. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Excellent, mate. Well done on your contract extension, but well done on your career so far, mate, and plenty more to come.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
That's Port Adelaide's Willem Drew, and an exciting contract for him and the club.
Well, they're the first ones picked.
Yeah.
You win flags around that because you know what you're going to get. You put his name on the board, you know what you're going to get.
Really excited about it.
Makes others walk tall.
I don't know that I've ever heard any Port supporters speak ill of him. Love the way he goes about it.
Well, when you have the Fox footies and all that, they say, who's the most underrated player? His name generally comes up. Yep. He's not underrated at Port, is he?
Correct.
Hey, your Adelaide Strikers, they take on the Brisbane Heat Saturday. That's this Saturday. What do they say? The bat toss, 6:45. Out we go.
Yep.
Game one.
Flats or curves?
Get your tickets at adelaidestrikers.com.au. We got a little quiz. Your name's your buzzer. First 2 callers through now. 822 300 855. You get the question right. It's not one. It's not Timmy 7.
No.
It's Una.
Oh.
Your name's your buzzer.
That's
Tim.
it.
And you get in, you get it.
Done.
You're off the 5AA Lounge.
How good would that be?
Nah, stop it. Hey? The Adelaide Strikers take on Brisbane Heat. 822 300 855. Get to it. Our local traffic. Visit the Paradise Hotel. Experience their incredible all-you-can-eat salad and veggie bar. Book now.
In the South Parklands, got a crash there, Green Hill Road near Sir Lewis Cohen Avenue. Golden Grove, a crash there, the Golden Way near the Grove Way. At Prospect, another collision, Churchill Road near Gladstone Road. Lights on the blink at Holden Hill, Tartan Road near Bentley Drive. We've got cameras today at Lower North East Road, Durnard Courts and Maryvale Road at Athelston. This Christmas, it's a celebration of Audi with 12 exciting offers across a range of models at your Audi dealer until December 24. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. 5AA Breakfast.
I've never seen a government go so bad so quickly.
Well, this is a capitulation.
Totally warped priorities at a time when most people are sitting there looking at their latest power bill going, bloody hell, how am I going to pay for this?
Informing Adelaide.
I actually think they are irretrievably stuffed. I don't say that with any sense of glee, but it just feels like he's vanished. I would put my house on Anthony Albanese being a one-term Prime Minister.
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA.
Get great value Christmas dishes for every budget at Coles. Like Coles RSPCA approved whole chicken was $5.50, now down to just $4.50 a kilo. That's great value hands down at Coles.
Today I'm talking to Tracy, who is one of Arbor Vitae's many happy customers. Hi Tracy.
Hello Lee.
When did you start taking Arbor Vitae and what for?
I'm a cake maker by trade and suffered with sore hands for years, which is a common issue for my fellow bakers. They know how debilitating it is. A friend suggested I tried Arbor Vitae, and I can't believe how well it's worked for me.
What benefits have you noticed from Arbor Vitae?
It was after my second bottle that I noticed the difference. My pain has all but disappeared. It's like a magic potion. I'm able to work with no pain. No stretch of the truth. It's worked so well for me.
It's wonderful to hear how much of a positive impact it has had on your life. Thank you for your time, Tracy. Arbor Vitae is an easy-to-take daily supplement that may help manage some of the most common health disorders caused by inflammation. Arbor Vitae health supplements are now available at Chemist Warehouse, Australia's cheapest chemist. Visit arborvitae.com.au. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Now, how would you like up to 50% off at Cheap as Chips? Well, I reckon you would. Now, this has got to be the hottest ticket in town, exclusive to Cheap as Chips Chippy Rewards members.
Now, it's not Carpenters, Chippies,
No,
Carpenters.
no.
No. It's Cheap as Chips. The
Correct.
Cheap as Chips Chippy Rewards VIP night will be held in-store only this Thursday. It's on from 4 to 7. Bang, tomorrow night.
That is tomorrow night, correct. Members will get 50% off indoor and outdoor furniture. That includes storage along with craft and pet beds. Now, how's this? Get 40% off laundry appliances, toys, garden pots and garden solar ornaments.
Mama Bear be listening. Mama
Yeah.
Bear's my wife, Jodie. She flogs our washing machine and dryer, the poor thing.
Yep.
I don't know how. I mean, honestly, there's a whopping 40% off the new washing machine and
Perfect.
the dryers at Chippy Rewards members.
Now,
All.
you're probably thinking, well, I can't be a part of this because
No.
it's an exclusive event.
Yes.
Well, don't worry about that.
Nah.
If you're not already signed up, it's easy. Sign up today, in-store or online at cheapestchips.com.au or get into your local Cheapest Chips store this Thursday, the 7th of December, between 4 and 7 p.m. You'll be able to live cheaper with Cheapest Chips. Chips.
Hi, I'm Jo. I'm a registered nurse and I work with St. Louis Home Care as a clinical care coordinator.
St. Louis was started by my great-grandmother and is one big, happy family with lovely staff just like Jo.
The people that work for St. Louis are very loving and caring.
Whether it's personal care, preparing meals, shopping, home maintenance, or social activities, we help people stay at home for longer.
If you're interested, come and join us.
Google St. Louis Home Care today.
Mawson Lakes Mazda's 2023 plate clearance sale is on now. Discover amazing deals across the entire range, including free on-road costs on all cars. That's right, free on-road costs across the entire Mazda range. Hurry in to find your perfect model and colour. The sooner you get to the showroom, the better your chance of scoring your dream car. Mawson Lakes Mazda, just a short drive from the city, Salisbury Highway.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
What glass did I threaten you with? That's just complete.
Once a liar, always a liar, mate.
I know. You're doing a pretty good job.
What,
Your own brother had to pull you off at one stage.
Sorry?
At Sydney, cricket ground. Your brother told you to get back in the slips.
I wasn't fielding in the slips.
Well, wherever he told you to clear off wherever.
No, he didn't. So it was fine for you to swear at me in Adelaide, but not for me to swear at you in Sydney. That was fine.
That's you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Well, the two Ians,
Oh, they hate
Ian
each
Chappell,
other.
Ian Botham, not...
That's a feud.
That sporting feud never going to end.
Will not be at each other's funerals.
Yeah, and that's happened with a lot of sporting people over the years. We're going to find out a little bit more about that, but before we do...
Yeah, 82230000. You got one, we'll take it to you. We've got our Adelaide Strikers giveaway. It's a simple quiz. Hello, Reno.
G'day, guys. How are you this afternoon?
Name's your buzzer. Give us a squirt.
Reno.
Yeah, well done. We'll go to Pasadena. Jake.
G'day, boys. How are you?
Come on, Jakey boy. You ever been called Jake the Snake?
Plenty of times as Jake the Musk.
Give us a Jake.
Jake.
Okay, Jake and Reno. Who's Timmy?
All right, that'll be great. I'll just grab the question off you, Stephen. That'll be great. Terrific. It's always better with that.
Sorry, mate.
Okay, boys, for the Adelaide Strikers Brisbane Heat, Saturday, 9th of December. Tickets into the 5AA Lounge.
Oh, you'll love that.
Okay, the question is, the upcoming BBL season is the 13th edition of the competition. How many BBL championships have our Adelaide Strikers men won?
Reno.
Oh, it was Reno, I reckon.
Reno?
I don't know.
What's the answer?
2.
Oh, Reno,
It's
incorrect.
Jake, you get how many, Jake?
Just the one, and it was 2017-18.
Oh, Jake, you're a winner. You knew the year
And
as well.
actually, we've gone back over the tape, and
Yeah.
Jake just snuck in the snake.
Oh, don't.
He slid it in.
Don't say that now that he's got it.
Well, he won.
100% right. Well done,
Thank
Jake.
God.
Congratulations. You and a friend
Thank you
are
very
off to
much.
the 5AA Lounge, mate. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, guys. Beautiful.
You will love that, Jake,
Yeah.
first game.
If you want
Right.
tickets, get to adelaidestrikers.com.au. First game, Saturday, 9th of December, 6:45 p.m.
Okay, rivalries, hatred,
Ooh, yeah.
feuds
I'll
in
tell you
sport.
what, a few coming through on the text.
Let's go to Morphettvale. Hello, Kenny.
G'day, boys. How you doing?
Excellent, my friend. Who are you thinking
Well,
of?
I just heard you talking about Botham Chapel, which was one of the ones I had, but I came up with three, and I know I'm not allowed to have three, but
No, give us three.
Go for it.
All right. Well, my first one was
Christmas.
way back in 1930s, 40s.
Yeah.
I'm 80 years old, so some of your listeners won't even know what I'm talking about. But a bloke called Sir Donald Bradman
Yeah, know him
had a teammate, Bill O'Reilly.
Yes.
And they
Tiger
hated
Bill.
each other.
Is that right?
Oh, yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, Bradman was a Protestant, and Bill O'Reilly was a Catholic.
There you go. Well,
Bill O'Reilly could have been one of the best bowlers that Australia ever had, but Bradman got rid of him.
Oh, you're kidding. Wouldn't
There
bowl
was a bloke called... there was a bloke... Hang on. There's a bloke called Jack Fingleton or Fiddleton or something like that. He was tied up in it too, and he hated Bradman as well.
Wow. Gee whiz.
My other one was the tennis one, Martina, Get Your Leg Over, with Chris Evert.
Chris Evert-Lloyd, yeah.
Chris Evert-Lloyd, against Martina, Get Your Leg Over, whatever her name was.
Martina Navratilova.
That's correct.
Yeah, that one.
Get your leg over, Getty. Now I've
and
got it.
in more recent time, you said I could have three.
Yeah.
Phil Mickelson, the golfer.
Yep.
And in Live, L-I-V, Live Golf. A bloke called Braden or Brandell or something.
Brandon?
Chambly or some name like that. They are feuding over the golf.
Oh,
Good work, Ken. Fantastic.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy's not too happy with the Live Golf either. So
$50 Powers voucher.
Ken,
Three of them.
He worked hard, didn't he?
He did. Worked hard. Hello, Michael at Grenwith.
Yeah, g'day, boys. How are you? Good. Anthony Mundine and Danny Green. I reckon 2008, so 15 years ago, but they're not swapping Christmas cards here.
Nah. Do you know Danny Green punched me in the guts and I lost my gallbladder a week later? Is that a coincidence? True story.
Why did he punch
We were promoting this and I was in Team Mundine.
Right.
Bix was in the green machine.
Yeah.
And he was in the studio and he said, I'll do a little 2-inch punch. Can you take it? It was right in my solar plexus. Well, fair dinkum. I've never recovered.
No.
I'm going to sue him.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, well done, Michael. Hello, Luke. You got a rivalry / feud between anyone?
Yeah, I got a few. Just recent. I'll keep it in the footy. You got Mitchell versus Clarkson. You got Barrett versus Beveridge.
Yes.
And then you got the best one of all, beats everyone. Kane Corns versus everybody.
Oh, that's funny. I love Kane.
What about...
He's in Disneyland. I saw him on my socials.
What about Stephen Rowe and Scoop-de-Doo?
Oh, that has to... Yeah, that gets...
That has to be a sporting rivalry. God.
Well, it's not. It's
only one-way traffic?
It's one-way traffic.
It's a one-way traffic.
He's never met me, wouldn't care about me, doesn't like me, but I tell you what, Scoop-de-Doo, you got to start wearing socks and roll your pants down and stop wearing leather shoes without them.
Unique Homestyle Foods
back, you look
text.
like a clown.
Hi, boys. Tim Evans and Craig Barham, 84 grand
Yes.
final. Anthem playing in the background, says Mike. He reckons that's a ripper. And there was another one earlier that said, well, not so much a feud, but best fight, he reckons, was the Dermot Brereton trying to have a go at Martin Leslie in the state match of 1988. That would have been the Bicentennial Carnival.
How did that go for Dermy?
He came off not well. It came off not well because what he didn't quite realise was that Marty could fight. And he was just trying to intimidate, and he headbutted Marty, and then bang, 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 bang.
Here's one. India v Pakistan, full stop.
Not a lot of love there.
New South Wales v Queensland, state of origin.
Oh, state of origin, yeah. Mate
well, they're
versus
rivalries.
Mate, they reckon.
These are
they're rivalries,
feuds.
but I reckon these are more so sporting feuds that have spilled out and gone on for years, like the Ian Chappell and both of one. That's phenomenal.
Here's another one of the unique style foods. I think we've had a couple of these. Taylor Walker and Kane Corns.
Yes.
What about this one? Rowey and Michelangelo Rucci. I'm not feuding with him.
I wouldn't think you.
Nah.
Maybe spat or two perhaps over the years.
Rooch has cracked me over the years. Fair enough. Yeah. We know that 36ers have moved on CJ, and we've got some tickets to give away at 822300555. We play this Saturday night, 7:30 tip-off, Cairns Taipans at the Entertainment Centre. You can book your tickets at Ticketek. I'm taking the kids because this will be fantastic. We do know CJ, sadly, lost his job today. They've moved on in him. Scotty Ninnis has taken over as the caretaker.
Interim head coach for the rest of the season.
Generally, you get a spike and you do win the first games back, and I hope they do. Here's where I'm getting at. Here's the text. Has Scotty Innes got a connection with Joe Ingles? Could he?
Ooh.
Could he? Do we want jingles? He walked out on us before.
That's another feud you've got. That's another feud.
Yeah.
Rowey's got quite a few here. But you were not happy with his behaviour.
I went over to Salt Lake City, did an interview. He playing at the Utah Jazz. He was a flog.
Your experience with Joe Ingles was similar to mine with Jerry Lewis.
Oh, what happened with Jerry Lewis?
I had a very similar experience with Jerry Lewis.
Share?
Well, I just didn't... I went over with Chris McDermott.
You're a comic. You would have enjoyed him growing up.
As a kid growing up, he was an idol. I loved Jerry Lewis. Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis movies.
Oh, God.
Partners was one of my favourite movies.
Ever.
So here I was just about to meet an idol, and he just insulted the two blokes in front of me, and I thought, well, no, I'm not putting up with that. So
when he came to meeting you gave him both barrels.
Oh, yeah. I said, nah, don't even bother, mate. I said, you didn't pay any respect to them, so I'm not going to bother. And they wanted a photo. I said, nah, I'm not having a photo.
So
and then he stormed out.
You told Jerry Lewis to go forth and multiply.
Well, I didn't say those words.
So he belittled Bone, didn't he? Or Bone's guest.
Well,
don't do that.
No, it was both. And Bone was donating money.
Bone is royalty in this state.
Correct.
Jerry Lewis, you're dead to me.
Well, unfortunately he is.
You look like a clown. Oh, is he?
He's actually 100%.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Oh, is he? Is he toast?
Yeah, he's finished.
Oh, well, God bless. After the 6 o'clock news, I'll repent.
He's a dead man.
Let's go to the news.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Not all of us are lucky enough to call the hills home. We enjoy space, we seek change, we choose to discover what is on the road less travelled. And when you turn off the freeway to Bridgewater, you'll discover the home of Nissan in the Hills. Adelaide Hills Nissan has the full Nissan range right here, from the Qashqai to the Navara and everything in between. Take the road less travelled to Nissan's home in the hills. Adelaide Hills Nissan, since 1954. Mount Barker Road, Bridgewater. LMVD 325189.
How easily could you save hundreds off your energy bills? That easy. Switch out your gas or electric hot water system for an energy-efficient heat pump with EcoVantage. Then sit back and save up to 70% on your water heating costs. And get it supplied and installed for as little as $0, thanks to government-facilitated subsidies. Yep, new hot water system from $0 that saves you hundreds. Pump your energy bills down with ecovantage.com.au.
G'day everyone, Cornsey here. Now, I know a great team when I see one, and the South Australian hydraulic team I rate the highest is BL Shipway. I've known them for a long time. David Shipway is one of the best blokes you'll ever meet. BL Shipway, they've been looking after your hydraulic and pneumatic needs since 1953 with brands like Ryco, Rexroth, Enerpac, Hydac, Oilpath, EasyFit and many more. And if you can't get to them, they'll send a Ryco 24/7 van to you anytime, anywhere. blshipway.com.au, a South Australian team you can count on.
Set sail for maritime adventure at the Dockside Festival in Port Adelaide. Explore iconic port vessels, handmade markets, and indulge in a mouth-watering seafood experience while sipping local beverages. Plus, live music, carnival rides, food trucks, and interactive fun for the kids. For sports enthusiasts, enjoy the action on the Port River. The best part? Entry is free. Dockside Festival, Saturday 9 and Sunday 10th of December at the Port River Waterfront, Port Adelaide. docksidefestival.com.au.
Fancy a wine? You'll find a huge hand-picked selection at your local independent SA family liquor store, FIVEAA. Or if you fancy a beer, you'll find the very best local, imported and craft beer at FIVEAA too. But if you fancy spirits, you'll find whiskies, gins and liquors for all tastes at FIVEAA. And you'll find friendly service and advice too. Whatever you fancy, you'll find it at FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor stores for over 45 years.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight, down to 16. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 31. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
There's plenty of stock ready for immediate delivery on Mitsubishi Triton from Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Elizabeth.
The state government has been taken to task for the latest ramping stats. In November, ambulances spent nearly 4,300 hours ramped outside hospitals. That's up 1,000 hours on the previous month. Health Minister Chris Picton conceding it's not where they want it to be.
There's no spinning that we are very disappointed with the November outcome, but we know that the key thing that we need is additional hospital capacity.
A livestock truck has rolled near Rowey in the state's mid-north. It happened around 4 this afternoon. The driver managed to escape injury. Police and other emergency services are dealing with the sheep involved in the collision with the assistance of local farmers. A Sudanese man has been charged by federal police after he allegedly stole luggage and breached his visa conditions. The 45-year-old was part of a group of asylum seekers released into the community after the High Court ruled indefinite detention is unlawful. He's the 4th man to be charged for allegedly reoffending. The opposition's Susan Lee says the government has taken too long to tighten migration laws to deal with the situation.
We've got people in the government who still don't want to implement preventative detention. Remember, to begin with, this Labor Party said, we can't do preventative detention. Now they've acknowledged that they can.
Almost a year on from the deadly FIVEAA shooting in Queensland, federal, state and territory leaders have agreed to set up a national firearms register. The new system will allow greater cooperation between law enforcement agencies to track licensed guns across the country. It's hoped it'll be up and running within 4 years. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says it's a crucial reform.
This register will be a federated model, state data connecting with a central hub, allowing near real-time information sharing across the country. And the Commonwealth will assist states and territories with funding the reforms which will provide enduring benefits.
Households are eating into their savings as they struggle with cost of living pressures. Latest data shows the Australian economy grew by 0.2% in the 3 months to September. The result is well below market expectations as people tighten their belts to deal with higher interest rates. The opposition's Angus Taylor says the government is not doing enough meaningful things to address the situation.
This is crushing households. Rising taxes, rising mortgage payments. Middle Australia hasn't seen these kinds of circumstances for a long while. They've had to accommodate that by working extra hours, by digging into their savings, by making sacrifices in their budgets like fresh food.
The troublesome trees, which threaten to derail the Crows' proposed new headquarters at Theberton, can now stay. All but one of the 10 will be retained with a revised positioning of the second oval. But there are 5 smaller trees which will need to go on the northern side of the training field. 26 years after he died, Hollywood star Jimmy Stewart has narrated a bedtime story on a new app. The computer-generated Jimmy has his estate's blessing, but fans are not quite so sure.
Tonight, I'm going to tell you a story. It's a heartwarming story of love, of loss, of hope, and of joy. But most of all, it's a wonderful sleep story.
Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Claim your free hotel voucher and perfect your summer today. Head to saweekendescapes.com.au.
More contract extensions at Port. Today it's Willem Drew. He says there's no other place he wants to be.
Really grateful for the club that they've sort of put that faith in me and being able to sign up for 5 years or an extra 4 years. Yeah, really just over the moon, and I didn't think about going anywhere else or anything like that.
Harley Reid has been cleared of serious injury after going down at West Coast pre-season training today. The number 1 draft pick suffered a corked quad. CJ Bruton is out and Scott Ninnis is in at the 36ers. The coach has parted ways with the club after a disappointing start to the season. The Sixers are only 1 rung from the bottom of the ladder. Ninnis has slipped into the head coaching role for now and is looking to make immediate changes.
We won't have the same starting group as what we've been going with, and you'll see guys playing probably more minutes than haven't been playing at times, and there'll be some tough conversations there.
That's sport. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Stay cool. Service your aircon at Automasters. And keep cool with Cool Now, Pay Later options.
Breakdown to look out for tonight on the drive home at Crayfors West. She's on the freeway up track near the tunnels causing delays. Crash at Prospect, Churchill Road near Gladstone Road and super sluggish Holden Hill. Lights on the blink near Tartan Road near Bentley Drive. Slow with a lane closed at Modbury North, McIntyre Road near Milne Road with a camera Baxter Road at Salisbury North. Dan Murphy's don't match. They beat prices like Royal Salute 21-year-old Scotch whisky, 700ml, just $189 for My Dan's members. Ends today. Choose to drink wise. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy tonight, down to 16. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 31. Friday, a shower or two with a possible storm, 36. Saturday, rain with possible heavy falls, and 21. Right now, it's 28 degrees. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Thank you. I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, ambulance ramping outside Adelaide's overcrowded hospitals hits a record high. A man selling his car online has been carjacked by bogus buyers. Plus, the world-famous Southern Ocean Lodge has reopened as Kangaroo Island recovers from bushfires. Don't worry, you haven't missed the news. Start over on 9 now as soon as you're home.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
So the brothers are here. This too? No. Take down quick, Joe.
Well, we're having a scene, as you can see, and it's hard to tell whether it's clowning or for real between the two fighters.
Yes, I tell you what, that was Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, one of the great sporting feuds. Frazier
Hated each other.
Frazier just didn't rate him or didn't want to rate him. Well, we know Muhammad was an outstanding fighter, but I think because of their rivalry and the way he belittled him and treated him.
So Muhammad Ali was smart and witty, and poor old Joe Frazier was a little bit dopey.
And Joe made a statement just not that long ago, said, Joe Lewis, best boxer, best heavyweight ever, followed by Rocky Marciano. And you asked me where I rate Ali? Well, I could beat Ali, so I don't know. And he said, those two certainly could. And that's...
In your face.
It's still going.
Yeah.
And poor old Muhammad's gone.
Yeah.
And he's still blowing with him. So,
oh, God.
Yes.
So good sporting feuds. There's plenty of them. We had the Ian Botham and the Chapel one, and on the back of that, we've got a text here on the Unique Homestyle Food text. Oh, good thinking, Ro. You said Botham and Chapel won't be at each other's funerals. Duh. Well, it's if Ian Chapel, God bless, was to pass.
Yeah.
Botham's not going.
No.
And if Botham was to pass, Ian Chappell's not going. That's what I meant.
What you
I
meant
get
was,
when one of them's dead, they can't go.
No, yeah.
But that's a dopey way of looking at it, numbnuts.
No,
Didn't send a
thanks for clarifying.
name.
Thanks for
Ron
clarifying.
Casey and Normie Rowe.
Oh, that was a beauty on the Mike Walsh,
It was the Mike Walsh
Day
show.
show, whatever it was called.
Was it Mike Walsh or the other dude, the Lego head one? The one that had hair that
Ray
looked like
Martin.
Lego. Ray Martin.
Oh, you reckon it was Ray Martin?
Or was it Ray Martin?
Oh, but
have you ever seen
I'd
anyone
have to go
that
back and have a
looked
look at
like
the
they had
YouTube
Lego
footage.
hair more than him?
Well, you're right. Now you've said that, it's very much Lego here.
You watch our listeners.
call
You
it
watch
Lego.
this. $50 powers voucher. 82230000.
Which show was it?
What show was it?
Was it Mike Walsh or Ray Martin?
Lego head.
It was definitely that midday show, but we'll find out which one.
Casey v. Normie Rowe. Straight through. You'll get
Great
straight
call.
through. And if you've got a call, please let us know about a sporting feud. Let's go to Mark at Littlehampton. Hello, Mark.
Hey, reverse.
Fellas, how you going? Rowey, I do believe that Ian Chappell will go to Ian Botham's funeral just to make sure he's dead.
Oh, yeah. There was no love there, Mark, was there?
No, after listening to that little bit you played on the radio, I never saw the show, but I thought, wow, I didn't know it was that bad. So,
well, Mark, toward the end of it, Chappell called Botham a coward. And Botham, I mean, they're both in their 70s, said, say that again, like as if he's going to stand up and
I think Botham's
whack him in the
12
gob.
years younger.
Oh, is he?
He's 12
Okay.
years younger. So, but
Anyway,
either way,
he walked out. He said, I'm not speaking to a liar.
well, in the original, I think all it counts, Ian Botham chased Ian Chappell in the
know.
bar.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, it was on. Let's
Good on you,
speak
Mark.
to Mark at Grange. Mark, can you confirm or deny?
Yeah, it was the.
Yep.
Do you believe that those?
Sorry,
can we
mate,
get
you-
Mark back on another line?
Normie Mo.
You just
Normie Mo made a coffee to the other bloke.
Yeah, you're just breaking up there,
Commercial.
Mark. Sorry, could you start again?
Sorry?
Which show was it? You just broke up there. We lost you. So which show was it? Mike Walsh or Ray Martin?
Oh, he's dropped out. I think he said
bummer.
Ray Martin.
Well, if it's Ray Martin,
Lego head.
yeah. Because I think Normie Rowe was trying to be a bit a bit smart pants, and he stood up in front of Ron Casey as if he was, you know, going to do something. And it was all show, but Ron Casey took it seriously and went whack.
So Ron Casey was the head of the RSL, for those that don't know,
Yep.
and Normie Rowe was the singer, no relation. And he went to Vietnam.
I could tell by the singing.
And, yeah, they had a feud. And someone went bang.
That was a beauty.
Sporting feuds, have you got one? Let's go to St. Clair. Hello, Andrew.
G'day, guys. How you going? It was definitely the Ray Martin show, the midday show.
I thought it was.
And it was in 1989, and I remember that because of what I was particularly doing at the time.
Right. There you go.
Yeah. And, sorry, actually, no, it's later than that. It was about 1990-91.
Okay, you intrigued me. What were you doing, Andrew?
I just remember I was home during the day, and I remember watching this thing. This is nuts.
Yeah.
And what was it over
Especially
again?
back in the day.
Ron Casey was a very outspoken, typical Sydney shock jock type. And there was an argument over the Republic. They had, if you remember, Diana Bubbles Fisher was on there.
Yeah,
and I think they had someone else from the Republican movement. It may have even been Malcolm Turnbull, but I have a feeling Mark Day, the guy who used to be from The Truth, was on there. But it all kicked off because Normie
Andrew, we might just have to cut you off. You're in the wind, or you're in your car and the wind's whistling through your phone. You sound like you're in a wind tunnel of some sort.
Yeah, had some good info, though.
He did.
Thank you, Andrew, for
Thank you.
just clearing up, too, that it was the Ray Martin show.
And we are getting a lot of text on the Unique Homestyle Food text line. Rowey, you are so right. Ray Martin had Lego hair. There was never... It was jet black.
Yeah.
And never a hair out of place. He must have had that cut before he went on air
Didn't
every
move,
day.
did it?
Did not move. He could shake his head, jump up and down, and nothing moved.
Hey, mate, an exciting signing for the Glenelg Football Club. They've got their 2019 Premiership player back into the fold after a stint at Sydney. We welcome Will Gould on the line. G'day, Will.
G'day, guys. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming back. I think they're very excited to have you back there at the Bay Lane. How was the Sydney Swans experience for you?
It was a good 4 years. Obviously didn't play probably as many games as I would have liked, but I love living in Sydney. It's a great group of lads, and I had a rip of time.
So, now coming back, were you able to keep an eye on Glenelg, especially this last season, which was very successful, winning another flag, but were you able to keep an eye on the lads?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I kept tabs over my 4 years, and every time I was back, I was catching up with guys from obviously the 2019 side, and was able to get the grand final this year, which was absolutely awesome as a spectator to sit there and watch it. It was pretty special.
And obviously with a couple of guys going out, Toby Pink getting picked up, I think, of course, there was the retirement of the skipper, Max Proud. I think they lost another one, Newman, maybe, going elsewhere. So
Cuz is coming back.
Chris Curran and yourself, you know how to play with Chris, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. We were joined at the hip in 2019, so it's good that we got him back. He's been playing some good footy, obviously, for PAC, and then for him to come on board is awesome. He'll be great for the younger guys in a sort of development coaching role with the backs, as well as obviously playing. He'll be very handy. So, nice to have him back.
Well, welcome home. Will you be fantastic for him? Can I just go back to Sydney? Why wouldn't they play you?
Good question. I was asking that most weeks, I think, for the last probably 2 years. My first two, obviously with COVID and stuff, but was more developmental. I probably wasn't quite ready when I got there for the top level, but I built, and I thought that probably the last 2 years I was ready for it. Just didn't quite pan out, but that happens. That's the game. There's plenty of other guys that have been in similar situations, and it's good we got a lot of guys at Glenelg here that have sort of done the same as what I've done at their respective clubs and come back, and they're having a good time here, so I can't wait.
Good on you, Will. Great attitude. You were VFL Player of the Year in 2022 for them. Where will you settle down, do you think? What role has Reevesy got in line for you?
That's a good question. I'm not sure myself, whether it's across high half-back, might do a bit of running pre-Christmas and sneak up into a midfield role. I want to do that, but we'll just have to wait and see. Wherever Reva wants me, wherever I can fill a role, I'll be happy to play.
Yeah, Sydney, the development coaches that would have been working with you, what were they working with you on? What was the maybe the area they thought you needed to improve?
Yeah, good question. My first 2 years, it was probably my one-on-one defence, and that's probably something I've been working on the last 4 years, but first two especially is a key. I think that's sort of what they wanted me to do. So that was my first couple of years with Jeremy Laidler. He was the development coach, and we had a really good relationship. He was awesome and great for me. And then the last two, similar sort of stuff, but maybe playing on the smaller types. Actually, probably the last 2 years was something I was developing, but obviously never quite got the crack as a small medium defender in the AFL. In
what way do you think you'll come back, post 2019, a better player than when you left?
I think I've matured a lot on the field and off the field. I think moving away for 4 years, you learn a lot about yourself, and I've improved a lot of areas of my game. Fitness, for one, I'm a completely different, I think, fitness level and player to where I was when I was playing here in 2019. So I'm excited to see how we go through pre-season and how that holds me, whether I move up the field a little bit, which would be nice. We'll see how we go with that.
You're only 22, Will. You sound like you've been around for 100 years. Already a premiership player. You've lived in Sydney. It's an absolute credit to you. So what do you do outside of footy? Have you got your head into anything?
Yeah, I'm currently studying primary teaching. So now I'm back in SA. I'll be able to pick that up full-time. So hopefully in a couple of years I'll be a fully qualified primary teacher, which will be amazing. I'm pretty excited about that. That'll be cool in a couple of years. And then a bit of part-time work. I'll be working in the Westminster boarding house next year. So, that'll work well with the sort of teaching and guidance, young mentoring sort of stuff, which I like. So that's just a couple of things that I'm doing right now. Apart from that, getting down and helping Dad out on the farm, doing all the jobs that he doesn't want to do. So,
down at Lucindale, wheat sheep have you got down there, have you?
Yeah, cattle and sheep down there. So prices are no good at the moment, but there's always plenty of jobs going on. So Dad's always get me down there to help out.
I reckon when you left, wheat was the highest record price. Wool was, lambs were. I mean, now it's all gone the other way. Will, you might have to get on a set of shears.
Yeah, well, I know. I missed shearing. Made sure I was busy for that couple of weeks left at home. I made sure I timed that nicely. But I was back helping Dad drag out a few rams, crutch them, get them all sorted, and a few other jobs on the farm. So, that's good fun.
I don't think you can have a better pre-season than doing that, mate.
Yeah, mate, I know. I was sweating. We were down there that hot day a couple of weeks ago, bloody flipping rams in the shearing shed, so I lost a couple of kilos that day, I reckon.
Yeah. Tell you what, we'll be careful around those rams nuts, mate. They're massive. I
can hear a few.
You don't want to be giving them a little side nick, little Will.
Was that a few rams we heard in the background there? What have you got in the background there, Will?
No, I'm out of training. I'm getting chirped. I'm sitting on the sideline, being pulled out of the grill and only jump on the phone. I thought it was a little bit later, so I thought I'd be right, but... come out of training halfway and I'm getting chirped.
Get out there, Reeves is wondering what you're doing. Will, what a great signing. Welcome home. Glenelg fans will be wrapped. Already a premiership player. You'll add to that, mate. Thanks for your time.
No, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for having me. I look forward to the year.
Yeah, good luck, mate. At the Bay, he's back in town.
22 years of age.
Footy club, yeah.
I mean, it's unreal, isn't it?
And I think it's very clever work by the Glenelg Football Club to make sure they knew the outs that were happening. They knew they were down back, to be able to pick him up, who's already a premiership defender for him, to get him back working with a Curran. Like he said, I was on his hip, basically, the last time they won a flag together. So that will really put him in good stead for the replacements that they need.
6:20, back after the break.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. Each week on the 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G go courtside with the Adelaide 36ers. Catch the 36ers coach as well as star players each week with Rowey and Timmy G, thanks to ACID Transport Solutions. ACID Transport Solutions need more drivers. For a career that'll take you places, speak to ACID Transport Solutions.
At IGA, you'll get everything you need this Christmas. CC's corn chips or cornados, 110 to 175 grams selected varieties, $2.35 each. Half price. IGA, where Christmas is made special for locals. Offer ends December 12. Participating IGA stores only.
When you turn off the freeway to Bridgewater, you'll discover the home of Nissan in the Hills. Adelaide Hills Nissan. Come and discover unbeatable offers on Navara. Adelaide Hills Nissan has the pick of the crop with a huge range of models available for immediate delivery. They'll throw in $2,000 worth of genuine Nissan accessories and finance available at a great rate. Some T's and C's apply and this offer is limited. Take the road less travelled to Adelaide Hills Nissan. Mount Barker Road, Bridgewater, LVD 325189.
Everyone at the back, please. Sitting quietly, please. In a circle, thank you. Today we're going to talk about what we'd like to be when we grow up.
A police girl. Race car driver. I want to be a gymnast. I want to be a concreter. With Adelaide Exposed Concrete.
I want to be a concreter too.
Me too.
AdelaideExposedConcrete.com.au. Best on ground all year round.
What's a concreter?
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. The National Tiles Cyber Monday event ends midnight tonight. This is the biggest National Tiles online and in-store event of the year. Spend $4,000 and we'll only charge you $2,750. Or spend $2,000 and we'll only charge you $1,450. This National Tiles Cyber Monday event is absolutely massive. So go to nationaltiles.com.au now. But you'll have to be quick. This offer ends midnight tonight.
You might think having thousands of POWs is excessive, but that's not what the team at Parafield Airport Liquor Store think, because that's how many they have. Sure, they might be made up of over 200 gins, 300 craft beers, 500 whiskies from around the world, and over 2,000 wines. But they're some of the best POWs you can have, and they're always looking for more. Parafield Airport Liquor Store. POWs, next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
Hi, Alan from Mannix. Trust is a must when it comes to solar and battery solutions for your home. So call Mannix. The name South Australians have trusted for over 50 years. You'll get a free in-home inspection, you'll get a top quality system, you'll have no hidden extras, plus a 15-year installation guarantee. And it costs no more at Mannix. You won't get that from an interstate company. For a free quote, call 1300 Mannix or go online anytime.
Ruby has worked hard this year at school, but poverty has caused her to fall behind. It's time to give Ruby the support all children need. Change the life of a child this Christmas. Donate to the Smith family today.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
You beauty. Probably about 6 minutes away from driving with Dixon. So if you do like your motor vehicles, your cars, your rev-eds, get into it. Charlie is going to be on at 6:30.
But we have a special guest, friend of the show. They're out there for the sponsors and clientele. Adelaide Exposed Concrete. We have Adelaide Exposed Concrete in our footy calls.
What?
Shane was at my place, complete. On,
you have been raving about
Saturday.
the job,
oh,
and
God.
Except for the fact that you had to be there at 6 a.m.
Well, he did 50 cubic metres and charged me for 5, so he's my favourite. His name is Shane, Director and Concreter. G'day, buddy.
How are you, mate?
Thank you for that. Great job. But we're here, more importantly, because you've got a charity event.
Yeah, so this Friday for the Cancer Council, I'm a part of the longest golf day, which is 72 holes of golf in one day.
In one day?
In one day, yes. So I have a very close friend who is terminally ill with cancer, and he's been donating his time back to the Cancer Council, working 2 or 3 shifts as the concierge.
Wow.
So people come in from all over the state, and he grabs their bags, walks them to their room, and says, "This is how it works." And but in the meantime, he's going through his own battle.
Yeah.
So he said to me, "I think we should do this as a group. So it's me, his son, some other friends. We're all banding together, and we're going to play golf to raise money for the Cancer Council.
What time will you tee off? Possibly.
Well, he's picking me up at 5, which is not that early because I get up anyway.
Yeah, concreters.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So 6 o'clock tee off, and I think it finishes about 8 o'clock.
At what course?
Sterling Golf Club.
Have you got the fitness?
Well, I've got a cart. So,
this is unbelievable.
So got a cart for a couple of rounds. So
Well, I was going to donate a
I'll walk
four-figure
around.
sum.
I'll walk around.
Now I'm going to bring it back to a three-figure
You've got to be like
sum.
your mate and carry the bags.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. If you donate some more, I'll walk around. Because have you ever been to Sterling?
It's a mountain goat.
Yeah, that's a mountain goat.
Yeah, so I reckon I'll walk the first round.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
well, I'll kick it off.
That's courage.
So what do you hope to raise?
Well, I think in total, between the 8 of us, we were hoping to raise 10,000.
Wow.
And I think maybe we're about 5,000 to 6,000 into it.
Okay.
So we're hoping to
How can we donate, Shane?
Through my Facebook page on Adelaide Exposed Concrete, or on Craig's Facebook page, Craig Denning, or through the Cancer Council. I think you can donate as well.
Okay, because I don't have Facebook, so I can get on the Cancer Council.
Yes.
Google Adelaide Exposed Concrete. Your head will pop up.
Yes.
And then you can just pledge and donate.
Yep.
So I saw the article on Craig the other day.
Yes, he was in the paper.
He had an ACET
shirt
on.
Oh, well, there you go.
This
It's
is
all
unbelievable. The
connected.
synergy
It's
is
all
incredible.
Yeah.
Shane, Complete Windscreens will donate $500.
Thank you.
To that cause. We'll kick that straight off. Adelaide Exposed Concrete to your great mate. Well done. And to you on Friday, because you've probably given up a day's work to do that.
Yeah.
Anyone
which I have.
to the Cancer Council is just the dearest friend of mine, so well done.
Well, I think the hardest thing with the Cancer Council is they raise their own money. They're not government funded.
There you go.
So all of the money that they raise, they do themselves. So it's pretty amazing organisation, really.
There is not a person out there that hasn't had a neighbour, a friend, a cousin,
Correct.
an aunt, a mum, a dad that hasn't been touched by cancer, and every cent counts, Shane. Well done, mate. We love your work and thanks for your support.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
And that's what you do for Adelaide Exposed Concrete. Adelaide Exposed Concrete. I've tasted them. Well, it wasn't that good, actually. There were bum cracks.
Tell him to take
They
some.
were a little,
toughen up.
They were.
Yours was the one that scared me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got to get some bigger shorts.
Cancer Council. So get on the Cancer Council website. Follow the links to Adelaide Exposed Concrete, or get on Adelaide Exposed Concrete and donate. You hope you get 10 grand, mate. Well done. Thanks for your time. Timmy, we've got to go. We're going to go out and have a couple of drinks
Charlie
with the rest
Dixon.
of our clients. Driving with Charlie Dixon next.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G. 5AA Breakfast.
All this stuff about how the AFP is doing a great job helping monitor the 6 weirdos and perverts that now call South Australia home as a result of this High Court ruling.
Informing Adelaide.
Hugely questionable, the level of support that